we are live.
There we go.
Welcome back. Rules of Redemption.
And yeah.
All that fun stuff.
There's microphone sounds like an airport.
Who's that?
Whose microphone is buzzing?
Peter.
Is that me?
Yeah.
That was Peter.
Microphone is like we're on a rocket ship here. But yeah, we'll vamp in the meantime.
Welcome back to Rules of Redemption, where we still don't have a slogan. Which I think is actually our slogan at this point.
Nerdy kids without a slogan.
Kids.
Yeah.
Hope everyone has had a good week and wherever you are have survived the heat wave that struck seemingly everywhere, where just it's exhausting.
Yeah.
I am trying a new drink tonight specifically because it's blood orange, and I just felt like this was very, very fitting for Atreus. So
I like that. Still sound like you're in an airport, Peter? Or...
No, you tell me.
A little bit better.
a little better. It's not like airport. It's more like
You should turn off the fan in there because that's making a lot of background noise.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's much better now.
every time someone says, "Can you hear me now?" Because I'm
Switch it
like,
back on.
just.
I like that, Wolfie. Rules of Redemption, the channel where we try to redeem your boring and Monday lives temporarily.
Nice.
Hey, that's a contender there.
It's a little mouthy. We'll work on it.
It's got a lot of words, but
And now we need t-shirts. We need t-shirts of that specifically.
Where we work on the t-shirts, but yeah, we'll get there.
Nice. Rules of Redemption, redeeming your mundane Mondays.
Mundane Mondays.
Hey.
Hey.
We'll be able to buy that on our Ko-Fi in some amount of time from now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well,
All right.
even though we don't have a slogan, I did something professional this week, and everyone can say thank you, Amelia. I actually wrote the synopsis of what happened last time, and then during the Discord chat, so that we don't have to play chaotic telephone of whatever the heck happened last week. So, if you're all ready, previously on Rules of Redemption. The gang speaks to Atlisi about the great crocodile, Thousand-Tooth the Devourer. Though he was once a holy creature to the lizard folk, something seems to have made him dark and dangerous, along with the whole section of marsh where he lives. Because he was a holy, sacred creature, none of the lizard folk will hunt him. But Atreus has been specifically sent by his god Eucydium to kill the beast. So the gang travels upriver towards his lair. A wicked fight ensues with the undead crocodile. Eventually, with intervention from both Akir's and Atreus' deities, they were able to defeat the creature. The whole area, which had been fading into a domain of dread, became instantly clear again, and the darkness that had swept the swamp dissipated. Now, buckle up, because a lot happened in the bonus content, which you can access in our Discord if you sign up for a membership on our by only $3 a month. Please do it, guys.
Scream! Everyone scream! We just got a Ko-Fi subscriber!
Even though we coordinated ahead of time. Woo!
Welcome, Cat, to the family.
Welcome, Cat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now you, our new Ko-Fi subscriber, get access to this bonus content. And the more people who have access to the bonus content, the less read. So please, for the love of God, sign up.
Sign up.
Okay, so after defeating the crocodile, the gang took a few moments to rest and heal their wounds. There was some angst from Atreus, our resident emo boy, but it led to him diving down into the lake and discovering the old an odd scroll case nestled into the crocodile's old nest of bones. Inside the scroll case was a vampire fang, a sheet of paper taken from the alchemist's journal. If you remember the alchemist, we fought the alchemist and all that. And what seemed to be a portal to another plane that threatened to pull Atreus inside before Mina and Akir intervened. And by intervened, I mean like they smashed into him. Just like
Like Mina's a little bit bad about because he was already kind of like sad that his girlfriend wife is really strong, and then she like dove bombed him and was just like, "I'm so sorry, I can't help myself."
So the scroll case itself and the portal vanished. Not before Atreus had seen whatever was inside there. And the tooth and the paper remained, which led Atreus to admit to the rest of the party that he's been searching for his father, who had turned him into a Dampier century prior. So now the party decides to go back to the lizard folk home before heading back out into the marsh to find Winston's journal. Winston, who owned the general store back in Saltmarsh, because if we do this, we get a discount. Yes. What?
Sophie just
You want me to
subscribe
say? You
with
want me
pride.
to say? We don't know what this means, but we're gonna find out.
About it.
Got it.
Carry on.
So, yes, Winston, who owned the general store. We're going out to his journal for a discount because bargain shopping is the best thing ever. Much banter and shenanigans ensued during the travel time, and we learned that it is a black dragon out there. The lizard folk shaman would love for us to form an alliance with it, but he would also love for us to become barbecue, so we're not going to form an alliance with the dragon, I don't think. We learned a few more details about the Haugen that we'll take back to Saltmarsh eventually, but for now, we are on our way towards the dragon and hopefully Winston's journal. We just stopped to take a long rest for the night. And yeah, that's where we are. About to long rest on our way to a dragon. Scene.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Oh wait, we need to do a delayed scream for charismatic chorus because she joined while we were not on air, so now we have to scream a collective.
Oh,
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Woo! Good job, everyone.
I think the countdown is necessary so people can like take off their headphones. So
Yeah.
you're all
sure.
welcome.
We'll try to be
Yeah,
better about that. Or not.
They know what they're getting into.
We're loud and obnoxious.
Yes. So, one of the fun little Scooby-Doo plans that happened over the Discord is in order to travel from the lizard folk lair to the location marked on the map by the journal, they would have to trudge through the gross, enemy-ridden, how do you say it? Marshlands. That's a simple way to do it. Marshlands. And as opposed to do that, or trying to have Akir fly everyone, or get a boat like a normal person would, our lovely Scooby-Doo inspired character decided she is going to ritually cast water walk every single hour for the party, and they're going to walk the entire river.
You called me out upon the waters. So I can sing. That was
And
copyrights.
yeah. So, as they've done so, they have gone weaving through the Bullywug lands, and they found that they really like traps, that they are skittish, but how do you say, trigger happy? Because they saw someone and they shot them and then ran away instead of just running away. Yeah. So, Mina, are you ready to paint the scene that you just saw? As you switch watches from you to from you and Atreus to Akir and Terra for the last part of the night.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, sure. I might need to look it up.
What happened again?
So scrolling. Yes. We
Would the DM like me to put up the You Are Here map?
Yes.
Yeah. So while Mina was taking watch and like kind of nudged Atreus awake, he doesn't really sleep. They saw like one party kind of like on patrol or something, and then another party come in the opposite direction. I'm explaining this really badly. And then these two parties converged and had like a skirmish, and there was like jumping.
They're frog people. They do the jumping.
Frog people were jumping, and it stopped. And apparently, the other people were the kobolds,
Nice.
and Neen does not know what those are, but Mina does.
Mina totally knows that they're little dragon people.
Totally knows.
Little dragon people.
Dragon tails. Yes. I'm not very singing, apparently.
One of the other beautiful perks of being on our Discord, and this is probably my only little plug, is there is a secret channel for our subscribers that the players don't have access to, where I ask you your thoughts and opinions on what the players should face. So the nonsense that happens today is care of our good friend subscribing with the 21, charismatic chorus, sportsman beautician, and where's Will? He's not up there.
William up. Next.
Yeah, Dex the Goliath. That's what his name is in our server. So he knows who he is.
As
So
it should be.
yeah,
I like, I like that you don't have to make your decisions alone anymore.
exactly.
It's nice.
You know, if there's a TPK, it's not entirely my fault. Apparently, the audience wants it.
Oh.
I will reserve judgment until after we find out what they've chosen for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm concerned that all of our friends want to kill us. Like,
Please don't hurt me. I want to live.
So yeah, Akir and Terra take the final watch, and it is entirely and wholly uneventful. They get to watch the couple sleeping or trancing, snoring.
Mina snores,
Sure.
doesn't.
Atreus doesn't breathe.
Mina snores in her trance. Does Mina trance or sleep?
You
Sleep.
sleep.
Straight up sleep.
So you're like me. You have to sleep.
I have to sleep, and I get salty without it. I love how salty Mina is about like the daily necessities of life. Like, what do you mean there's no food? What do you mean we can't sleep?
You
What do you
mean
mean
that
there's
there are
no
personal
fucking bed?
characteristics in your character? What?
What? What?
Ah,
It is to make her more realistic and relatable, okay?
True.
That's
Pull
fair.
from the source of truth.
so the place that the party has found is this kind of rock column that is hidden within some trees. They climbed up, built a little shelter, and closed themselves off with just enough of a peek to see what's going on near the river, which is where they got to watch the chaos go down between the two warring factions. And the sun rises over the marsh. You have some little bit more traveling to do.
We're still here.
We're
We tried to expedite it, guys, but we're still stuck in this marsh.
that survival checks.
I will take a survival check from whoever is leading the group.
I'm gonna obviously again. I'm casting. You know,
Because I'm in the air again.
you're in the air. I'm casting.
Are you with me or with them?
I'll be with you.
She likes to fly.
Good choice.
And I fly in the sky.
All right. Can I get a perception check from Akir, an investigation check from Terra, a survival check from Atreus, and My dear Mina, what would you like to do? How would you like to help?
How would I like to help? I don't know. You did which ones? Survival.
Investigation, perception. Do you want to give a general performance check? You can hum a merry tune or something.
Sure. You really want me
Bring
to
out
be
your
a
inner bard.
really wants me to be a bard. Okay, if I multi-class as a bard, you have to come up with a badass story as to why suddenly I have these abilities. Okay?
I'll leave it up to the viewers. That's going to be one of our.
Oh
That's going
my
to be one
God.
of our
Oh,
August. Our August polls.
Right, let's start with midline rolls of 13.
All right. It's the encouragement keeps flowing from Mina as everyone is happy to move along. Atreus, you see that the further you go, the less and less bullywug activity is on the North Shore, and even the North Shore has now turned into what you have come to realize are kobold prints. The traps here are very, very different. The bullywug traps were very typical. They had obviously stolen some bear traps, and there were claw traps just sitting and waiting near the river for any sort of animal. These kobold traps are far more creative. You see a tree has been pulled down and tied with a rope, and it's wherever it would land, there is a small box, and on top of that box is an empty plate.
Are there snacks?
There were snacks, but it appears something has eaten them.
Someone ate my snacks.
Mina would fall immediately into one of these traps
Yeah.
just because they put a cake there. Oh God!
Atreus and Mina have been talking about food for like a few hours now.
This whole trip has just been the two of them talking about Mina's preferences. So
Yeah.
it's been really
It's
fun.
cute, okay? Because Atreus reflected on
It's
the fact that he knows shit about her.
also true.
I know nothing about you other than the fact that I love you.
It's just a crush.
So without too much of a challenge, Trace is able to lead the group for another 2 hours. So we're talking mid-morning, and you realize you are at the point in the river where you should probably be turning and heading a little bit south. What's also concerning here is multiple times throughout your trip right now, you've found not only these really awful, terrible traps, you've found more evidence of skirmishes along the riverbank between these two people groups. How would you like to proceed?
With
We're laughing at Sophie handing out gifts over there in the chat.
I want to proceed with a lot of caution and not die. So, what happened to the map?
I think it's being is it
The
being
map is
displayed?
displayed on the stream right now.
It is, but I can't zoom into it and be blind. I'm blank.
All right, give me a moment.
I'm just trying to find where it went.
It's in roleplay 10:33 p.m. yesterday.
Thank you very
In
much.
case anyone who's in our Discord wants to scroll back to find that as well, you can also have access to this beautiful map of You Are Here.
Or I can do this.
Okay, so we would have to go.
There you go. That's a good place to put it. It's in the stream chat with spoilers for all
Oh,
of the subscribers.
That is the old map.
Ooh, new map.
Where's the new map?
Oh, yeah, that is where we took the short rest, I think, before the long rest.
Mhm.
I don't think you sent another one.
Uh-oh.
My bad.
Has the world changed
Um,
significantly?
Well, I put a couple of different things on there for you.
Oh.
The one at 10 yesterday, or which one did you?
All right, new map. Look at this. Look at all this progress.
There we go. Okay, great.
Boom.
Yay.
Whole new nothing. All I did was put a sleepy face where you guys took a
Aw,
walk.
it's so cute.
Okay, so We have to head south.
So you are essentially at that point where it says the X and there's a journal. So you can head straight west, or you can, I guess west is probably your best bet. Or you can go south and around and come back.
And for those who are confused by that orientation, the map is flipped.
I fixed it.
You fixed it? Okay.
I fixed it in the
Directions are
screenshots.
correct now.
Yeah,
Okay.
just ignore the numbers on the right-hand side that are all sideways because, yeah, we had some issues. Okay, I had orienteering issues, and I don't know if that's even the right word, but
It's gonna be okay.
so are you ready to leave the river?
Yes. Because as fun as it has been to walk on the water for like a day and a half, I think I'm ready for
Does it look like there's a clear path, or like would I
There-
easily still be able to follow them if I'm flying, or should I
So-
land?
being able to fly, you and Tara have this beautiful vantage point. Akira, you're able to see that there are a few little winding paths that go from the river into the sprawling land that is the Kobold and Dragon territory. One in particular is much larger than the others, and it's probably only about 10 more minutes south down the riverbank. Tara, as you are getting swept along and ferried by Akir, you're able to pick out that most of these paths all have a variety of traps on them, and more likely than anything else, the moment Atreus and Mina step out of the water, they're going to be hitting a trap.
I guess I'm gonna have to use something.
Here it comes.
Is it the sending stone?
If only.
Fun.
I guess if we have this power, we can sell our sending stones.
I have a great view down your blouse, Anna. Actually, that's not what I was going to say. I was going to say you're about to walk into a trap. It's a trap.
Well, okay. I guess we can stay on the water.
Water's not going to lead us to the journal, though. So
Yeah, that's true.
I guess is there a way to go?
And you
Not
see a
on the,
trackless
are there traps off of the?
Do I see anything that looks like it might be what we're looking for? Do I have an
You-
idea of what kind of something we're looking for, like a cave or anything?
You didn't ask those questions?
We're very foolish.
Tara was given the opportunity to go back at night and have some secret rendezvous, but y'all got distracted. So you know, somewhere in this general area, X marks the
version.
spot.
Cool.
So,
Is it a magical journal? Can I detect magic?
You absolutely can detect magic.
Okay, so I'm gonna ritual cast that because I want to conserve my spell slots. So I'm going to not on the path. So I probably need to make like a survival check to go off of the path and around traps, right? Would that
That would work, sure.
be okay?
Typically investigation, but
I'm gonna hope it's a good survival check. And 28.
okay. You realize why it's so challenging to find a path. It's because the tracks of these kobolds, their feet are about this big.
Uh-huh.
It's, 3 little claws, and the feet are all of this size. So the weaving that they have done and the paths that they have created here are made for small folk. So as you all try and fit your big people feet here, it's way more challenging to avoid the traps. After about 10 minutes of walking through the marshy area and avoiding these so-called traps, You get to a point where there are a series of about 15 logs laid straight across, barring your path forwards.
Like
They have
15.
been chopped down, and it's about 30 to 40 logs, all about this big. And imagine if like Huck Finn style raft, Tom
Yeah.
Sawyer style raft, from the movie, not the book. Except instead of attached to each other, they're just sitting there.
Insight check the logs.
Roll me an insight check. They are not magical.
Okay. I guess I could-
23. I don't even, like,
23. These logs are obviously angry at you and want you to die.
I hate you. I was
That's-
more. I meant more like, what's their purpose?
to kill you. Everything the kobolds have put here is to kill you.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Tara and Akira just like,
Just watching this.
I found storm in the castle.
Think they'll make it?
Take a mirror.
Angry logs.
Well, that's on Nina.
Can I go around the angry logs?
You can slug through the marshy, like boggy part instead of the easier, like grass path.
Yeah, but I mean, the easier grass path has logs of death. So
Logs.
Valid.
Not logs of death, they're just angry.
Angry logs is what I'm writing.
They want to kill you. It doesn't mean they're capable of it.
euphemism. It's
Say that again?
angry logs.
Akir, can you give me a
I'm the only
perception check?
What do you
Perception?
see up there, apparently? Other than angry logs.
Nothing. I see pretty much nothing.
It's really awesome. Thank you so much.
From your view above, you see that carved into or written on the logs in like a chalk type thing are draconic words.
What do the draconic words say?
Gotta get closer, apparently.
You gotta get closer.
I will get closer. Maintain flight.
In draconic, it says, "Don't step on the logs."
Don't step on the logs. Got it.
Well, in the mental link, I say, don't step on the logs. That's what they say. I don't know why.
Maybe it's reverse psychology. Would somebody else like to step on the logs?
Oh,
Just kidding. No, that's fine.
glad you don't have your robe to dismantle these traps.
You could come
Well,
down.
if help if our road wasn't 50 feet in the air.
You could come down here and help us.
Would you like to
Shouting.
join them, Captain?
Shouting in your head.
Good. Nina drunk up all my ale. I'm still mad about
Nobody
that.
brought ale back from the boat, still
I
salty.
did.
Dex is still holding on to it nice and fast for us.
Yeah, he rolled
Thank you,
well.
Dex.
I
Just
guess.
very annoyed with us that we didn't ask more about where the journal was.
I know. We're so dumb.
Welcome to Rolls of
Literally
Redemption.
a needle in a marsh stack.
Welcome to Rolls of Redemption, where we're freaking stupid.
We're
You're-
so-
If it
so-
makes you feel better, you have done so much better for the past like 8 or 9 episodes. You're asking all the right questions. It was just that first little like orientation to Salt Marsh that was a whole
Hey.
lot of fun.
I had never played D&D before that moment, so.
Yeah.
And now biting us in the butt.
And now I still don't ask the right question.
But you hit really well.
It hits so good. With my shield, not with anything else.
Especially that first grandma trident. Anyways,
It was garbage. Threw it
all right,
away.
Lena and Atreus, what are you doing here?
I don't know. Okay, fine. Can we walk around?
Akira would like to look for a kobold.
You don't see any.
I wanted to capture one so I could start interrogating it.
Peter, can you let the dog in that room?
Can I throw a rock onto the logs and see what happens if you step on the logs?
Indiana Jones it.
All right.
I mean, if you want the rock to impersonate a person, you might want Mina to throw it so that it's like an adequately sized rock.
Wow. Wow.
You're
You're
welcome.
not that strong as me, asshole.
I'm pretty sure you and I have the same strength.
Does Akir currently have inspiration? Because if not, he needs.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do. It was what was that for? It was in the role play.
I don't even remember.
I don't remember what it was.
You guys do some amazing things. Okay, you throw a rock.
A rock. Sure.
The log that it hits starts to roll. It creates a small domino effect where they begin rolling for about an inch or two, and then they stop.
Okay.
You can see that underneath there is water.
Okay. Cool.
I see what's in the water.
You cannot see what's in the water unless you go on top of the logs.
I'm gonna go on top
Can
of
I?
the logs.
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
These are the kind of things you ask your wife before you do, you know? You know?
Would you like to make a grapple check to stop Atreus from stepping onto the logs?
No, he makes his own choices.
Only 15.
At 15. You step onto the log and immediately it starts going.
Mhm.
And so do all of the others. And it starts moving you with such a tremendous amount of ridiculous force that you fall on your butt as the logs just roll forwards. And you realize that there is a pit trap right in smack dab in the middle of this area. And it's about 10 feet wide. It's not a perfect circle, but they really tried hard. And it is filled with blackish water.
Blackish water?
Yes.
Well, Akira's gonna fly low to check on Atreus, but maintain flight, of course, and check out the water.
How do you check out the water?
Just with my eyes.
It looks
It's blackish water. It looks wet. I
now-
want to sing a line from one of my favorite movies, Muppet Treasure Island, but I'm not going.
Well, then Akira says to Atreus, "Since you were so keen on jumping in the logs, why don't you jump in the water and see how you fare there?"
I'm gonna veto that real strongly.
Can I make an investigation check on the water?
How? What are you doing? Paint me a picture.
Like dropping like a twig in there or something to see if it's like acidic and it's going to burn a ball. I don't know, like that.
The twig floats.
The water this time.
The twig floats.
Twig floats. Great.
Can we not go around this water?
You can. You can just walk through the mushy stuff.
Hey, Atreus, can't use your creepy eye thing?
Dead water. Standing.
No, it's broken.
What?
Ay, these two. Alright, cool. You know, this is just taking too long. I'm gonna walk through this marshy water, because what else?
As you step off the path onto the marshy water, you remember that you have water walk, and you just start walking across
Walking
the
on the
marshy.
water. Fantastic. Why is Mina perfect?
I'm
She's like, nah, I'm done.
I feel really stupid now. I'm gonna follow her.
You also walk across the watery part of the marsh without any issue.
Yeah, great.
And Akira and Tara just go back to tree level and
Keep
keep
on flying.
soaring.
Okay, great.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope for all of your sake that you enjoy these types of shenanigans, because when we get to the Kobold layer at some point in this campaign, it's just going to be 4 straight sessions of this nonsense, and I'm very excited about it.
8 kobolds.
We're all going to be so paranoid and so terrified, and then nothing will happen. until something does.
Until the dragon wakes up, and then it all goes beautifully, because it's called
You're
Dungeons
welcome,
and Dragons.
everybody.
You were really close there.
All right. Another 15 minutes, and Atreus has to keep recasting his detect magic and all of that. Just a constant ritual prayer. And all of you now have to hear it because you have established this mental link and you can't turn that off. So you just get to hear.
Oh, he can't turn that off.
Yeah. Also true.
Since you really want me to be a bard, Mina starts singing a tune over the prayer. That's maybe a little bit more entertaining.
Why?
Like the first lines of it, and she's like, "Wait, this to a sick beat. This could be good, guys."
No. I.
Maybe
Oh.
a drinking song.
There once was a. She just sings whatever song gets stuck in her head.
If I could put my hand over your brain mouth, I would right now. Shut up.
I like to imagine that he like actually tries and just like.
Yes. It's like, stop it.
Just keeps dancing.
You're so annoying.
Another 4 traps later, you all realize that if you just walk on the water, you can avoid basically anything that they have laid out, because no one would typically think to walk on the water.
You're welcome.
And swimming through this would be an absolute nightmare, because this is where the poisonous snakes lurk and some very unpleasant insects generally dwell. But if you're not sinking in, they're not really going to bother you. They just keep watching and croaking and hissing as you make your way to this slightly elevated, dryish area. As you enter this little knoll in the bog, you can see that it's very different. Here, there is a path going north and a path going kind of east. If you may or may not recall, Winston did tell you that this marsh was once a major trading route north, but since the arrival of the Black Dragon, people stopped, driving treasure and things through the dragon's territory. And this was, what was that?
Probably for the best.
Probably for the best. But now, after this became off limits, everyone started using boats, and then the Sea Princes took the northern trading route hostage by water. So, therefore, we are here, and you know that Winston was here with his traveling group of mercenaries and somehow lost his loot, his shipment, and his journal. So here I will need some investigation checks, some perception checks, because there should be something here, but there's nothing.
I'm gonna hit you with a perception check.
I'm doing investigation. How's a 17 hit? Well, 18. Oh, okay. Perception.
23.
If anybody wants to throw down a guidance or why are you all like this to me?
Perfect. Keep smiling.
Because we didn't ask enough questions, so the dice is trying to help us out.
Dice is compensating for our lack
Yep.
of wisdom.
Well, the good news, Tara, what you rolling?
So, what are the options again? You said perception.
Perception, investigation, survival, cartography, history. You're just kind of trying to figure out the lay of the land, what's going on here, and why this is marked as your spot, and there's nothing here.
Okay, I'll do perception. Oh, 21. That's pretty good.
Anyone want to throw a guidance on top of all this too?
To Rolls of Redemption, where Robert suffers.
Hey, I am at least very happy that I went ahead and took notes because I have things for all of you, for all these insanely beautiful rolls. So the four of you kind of like spread out. I'm not sure if Akir's going to keep flying or take his time to investigate on land, but you do a quick survey before you hone in on the fact that the western road, after maybe about 30 feet from this knoll area, is completely overgrown. Except there is currently drag marks of some very, very large object. Sorry, eastern road, not western road. These drag marks have been pulled along this road. Whatever was here was probably some sort of cart, probably, maybe a wagon. And rather than rolling it, it was just forcibly moved from this area. Let's see. Tara, as you are picking around in the mud, searching, taking your fancy high-heeled boots and digging them in to see what comes up, you find a piece of wood about this large. It's rotten because it's been here for years. And as you kick it over with your toe, you see the insignia of Winston's store. It's a little different, but it still has like the sear mark of when somebody uses a brand on like a piece of wood. So as Atreus starts looking around, he begins to notice some evidence of a battle was here. In a nearby pond that he's walking on because he can walk on water. He finds a series of broken spears. They all are having been thrown from the east towards the west. A lot of them seem to have missed their mark and landed in the mush here. But over the course of a decent amount of time, they've rotted. So there's just nothing usable, but the spearheads, if there were any, are also kind of gone. In addition, Mina is looking and finds a tree filled with arrows, at least everything above her head. So something was shooting in this general direction. A couple more things of note. You have at least 30 sets of froggy footprints that hop and bounce and skip throughout this area. And it is the froggy footprints that accompany the dragon wagon. Dragon, like with an apostrophe N.
That's some foreshadowing there.
He said the words.
And you can also find that there are only about probably less than 15 sets of those small little clawed footprints that you have attributed to kobolds. The last thing you find, each of you spending the time and rolling above 20 on all of this, get every little detail. Who would like to find a shark tooth necklace?
Tara.
All right.
She likes
Tara, you've got a shark tooth necklace. Who would like a copper coin engraved with the face of a dragon?
Akira wants the dragon coin.
All yours. Oh, this is my favorite.
I'll roll
I
you
feel
for
it.
I'll fight you for it.
No, this is perfect for Atreus. There
No.
is a rotting cloth doll with long needles stuck into it from various sides. No?
I would not like that. No, thank you. That's okay.
Anybody? No takers?
Can I investigate this doll?
Sure.
It just seems haunted AF, and I don't want a haunted doll. That's gonna be really low. That's a 6.
It's not magical.
It's a doll.
You know how we were watching that wonderful Sleepy Hollow show, and Mom had made her son this really awful, like it's just basically cloth in a cylinder and a couple legs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, indiscriminate humanoid kind of shape. That's what this is, except it's some sort of needles that have been just jabbed into it in all sorts of places.
With my beautiful 6, I'm also going to just assume it's haunted AF.
It's a gross.
Can I do either like investigation or history or something on the coin to see if I know, like, is it some form of currency or something else?
Yes, you may.
It's no more poison.
Doesn't matter which one I do.
Whatever you roll, you'll get an answer based on the concept.
Okay, we're gonna go with history then.
Yeah,
I know where it came from. I've seen this coin before, apparently.
You have. You remember when all of your friends were attacked and murdered by a dragon?
How could he forget?
Just saying.
I cannot.
Yeah, they had been carrying these coins.
My friends had, or
one of them in particular had a small pouch with these specific types of coins.
Okay.
This is considered dragon gold, even though it's copper. And it's very meaningful to dragons.
Okay, all right.
You also find a stone carving of a raven. Its one wing has been broken about halfway up.
Is it magical?
It is not. There is no magic here.
There's no magic here. Okay.
I'll pick it up because I like picking things up.
All right, you've got a little stone raven. There's a wooden box filled with brass buttons.
Okay.
It's got some water damage. There is an old iron key. And all right, we got the rogue's got the key. And a set of broken pan pipes. Like 2 or 3 of them are missing. It kind of looks like a, smile, but not.
Yeah, why not? Let me be really annoying.
There you go. Now, I expect you're going to all write these down on your character sheets.
Are
I am.
we?
I have a dragon coin.
What did?
I'll post it in the Discord later. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. I'm like,
yeah.
Wait, anyone getting the buttons? No buttons?
Can I sort through the buttons and just kind of investigate? Like, are they buttons from like a military? Are they like from a military uniform? Are they,
Grandpa's buttons.
more, regal, or are they just plain old buttons for selling?
Investigation or history check?
Like to push. Investigation. That's a 10.
They are an assortment of buttons. No 2 buttons are alike.
In collection.
These could be a collection. These could be a kill count trophy. These could be something they found in a pawn shop. But
these could be thrown on the ground and used as ball bearings.
Also true.
We're keeping the buttons. Assuming anything in Trey's just goes in my purse.
Catch my eye, or
Too many people talking. Wait, what?
any buttons specifically that would catch my eye with any symbols or anything? No?
Not with a 10.
If I slap guidance on it, would it?
Let's see.
Can I look at the buttons?
You can definitely look at the buttons.
We're stuck on buttons.
4. So now it's a 14.
A 14. There is nothing about these buttons that calls your attention.
Those
Um,
freaking buttons.
You. The only thing that kind of feels odd is there was one trap along your route that had a button on it. You just have this quick little deja vu moment of, well, it didn't make sense why it was there, but it was. It had no function in the trap at all.
Are there any traps surrounding this area where there's obviously been some kind of skirmish and emergency things? Here.
Can we do like would it be a nature check to see if we know anything about a creature that likes shiny things?
Any kobold thinks it's a dragon and therefore likes shiny things.
Ah.
Collect all the shiny things.
So by the decay of the spears that are in the water and stuff, I can tell that whatever battle happened here was like a long time ago, right?
Make me a nature check. Or, yeah, that's probably the only thing I can.
13.
13. It's at least been a month. Probably not a year. You can tell more from just like how much mud and sediment has covered these trinkets of the dead, that it's been quite a few rainstorms, but nothing, they're not lost to time.
Unless Winston's journal is made of something stronger than paper, I am not entirely sure.
Well, if his experience was anything like this, perhaps the same ones that took this took that.
So,
Oh, I should have probably mentioned I found this board with his insignia on it.
yeah,
That would have been very helpful. Thank you.
Just throwing that out there,
appreciate your team playing spirit.
You didn't
Does
ask.
the board look like it's from the same time as the stuff we're looking at?
The board looks much, much older. It's probably been here for years.
The
That
board
confirms this is where he was.
But the amount of sediment on it matches all the trinkets.
want to dig under the board. I don't
Can I lift up the board? Just like...
It's only about that big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick up the board. Is there anything behind the board? Or is it just a board?
It's just a board.
Just a board.
Broken
Perhaps
off
they're
of
using his wagon to move other loot.
Probably part of the wagon. The wagon's not there anymore.
No, but there are drag marks.
Dragon.
On dragon.
I say we follow the tracks.
So I was. Yeah.
Plus, they lead away from the dragon, which I am currently in favor of.
I'm all in favor of leading away from dragons. Yeah.
We obviously came all this way from the journal, and I'm pretty sure it's that way.
You think it's the other way? Do you not want to follow the drag marks?
That's the way I was pointing.
Oh, so you pointing? I'm an idiot.
We
That
follow
way.
the drag marks. Akir will take the lead on foot.
What? Wait. We're going on foot. Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Princess has to walk with us.
You know what?
On second thought, Captain, would you like to fly again?
I don't trust this at all.
Why is everyone so salty? Let's go.
We're
Did y'all not
walking.
sleep well?
So, thank you to our Discord
well as I could.
subscribers, because this battle happened against the Kobold and the Bullywugs, and the Bullywugs won. So therefore, you guys are going to chase the Bullywugs.
Great.
Yes.
Good.
Which means Janine still does not get to fight her first kobold, which is unfortunate because in every campaign I've ever played in, I've always fought a kobold every
Yeah.
single time.
Passive.
They're right there. You could just go. They're waiting for you.
We just turn around, quick fight one, and then come back.
No. Apparently,
I feel
Mina
like-
knows everything there is to know about bullywogs, so we're going in that direction.
There you go.
I feel like my experience with kobolds playing past campaigns is the reason that I almost always, without fail, take Draconic as a language. Almost always.
Yeah.
Facing kobolds. Judging everybody who voted for kobolds.
Where's my course? She sold herself out.
All right. Survival check, please, as you follow the very obvious drag marks through the mud down a once used road. The DC here is 5.
22.
Now I'm scared.
My
So, in other words, I can't fail.
Can't fail either.
correct.
Because I got a 6.
Yep. My children could do this. It's very simple.
But we're doing it so good. It's
So
like
good.
children could do it, but we're doing it at obstacle course racing, Spartan elite.
I might have
Yeah, we're like dotting around, checking tracks, moving quick, doing all this stuff, and then Mina's just kind of like walking behind us, like, guys, it's right here. This is the trail.
She like kicks her foot on a rock a little bit, you know, like when you're hiking, you like stub your toe real quick. That's what just happened, but we're still good.
Still good. There's that point where, every kid following their parent through the snow just tries to keep up and puts their footprints in the bigger footprints.
Yes.
It's not too hard.
Do you
You
have
get
bird feet? Like, are there bird footprints going down? Is it like Big Bird walking through the marsh as well?
Are you asking what my feet look like?
Yes. Yes, she is.
The answer is
think-
I don't know. I've never looked up a picture of an Aarakocra.
Don't worry, I'm gonna look it up.
I'm pretty sure we got the Taloned Foot from our book reading stream, if I remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yes, I do have taloned feet. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to confirm that the footprints are like Big Bird walking through Sesame Place. Like,
Right in the sand pit. Just
yeah.
yeah. So we're gonna fast forward a little bit because all of you can walk on water or fly. It would normally take a little bit of a difficult challenge to get across this river. You see that even though it's been a month or so, they struggled to get the wagon across this part of the river. There are a couple more pieces of wood that match up with the one that you took from Winston's door. So you know you're on the right path, and you know that this is most likely Winston's old wagon.
If anyone was curious, yeah, right there.
Right there. There he is.
Like dinosaur prints. This is the stuff I need
that
to
is that is my stock photo right there.
It is.
I just never looked at the feet.
He was just looking at the bow and the face.
know. This
Yeah,
distracts
every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I love it. I wish the beak was just a little smaller.
That's how I feel about my profile, but whatever.
Moving along, folks.
Moving along, folks.
Sorry.
Um, So it's now early afternoon, and you are tromping through the marshes following this semi-road that you hadn't really come across before. And anyone doing anything interesting or fun along this path?
Checking it for traps.
Investigation checks.
That's the interesting or fun thing I'm doing. That
I'm
was a natural one.
I'm gonna be looking for other signs of like old stuff to see if there's anywhere that they might have in the past dragged things differently.
There are no traps here, guys.
Are you flying and looking, or are you with the group?
I think I'm flying because I feel like having a perspective from the air is probably worthwhile.
I was
Where
really
are
waiting
you
for you
at?
to see a bird's eye view, but
Nara Crooker's eye view. Thank you very much.
Yep.
And Tara, enter stealth. If there's any spot I can be stealthy.
There's enough just random foliage here that between the grasses, the bushes, and the occasional tree, if you'd like to be stealthy, you definitely can. But Akira is going to stick out as a moving, flying target.
As long as they can't see me.
And I will also look for traps.
Oh, did you want investigation or perception from me?
I'll take either one.
And I will give you perception.
A 16 on that investigation.
Nice. Mina sees that this is not a. It hasn't been retraveled for whatever reason. They don't foresee this as hunting ground, so Atreus was right. There are no traps here.
Just didn't look very hard. But it's like a typical husband, you know? There's no
I
traps
looked,
here.
honey, I
Did you
looked.
look?
That was so rude.
Both eyes.
So rude.
Was it rude or was it right?
Absolutely.
The correctness of the statement is irrelevant to the rudeness of the statement.
Sound off in the comments if you think I was right. Peter, I better see you typing in there.
Yeah. Most of you generally lose sight of Tara. She just kind of is vanished. She's gone, but she's here watching,
As
keeping
Tara does.
stealth as she does. And Akir can see in the very far distance that, if he remembers correctly, the curvature of the river, you are coming up on the dead center spot. And there is, how do I say this? A metropolis of straw huts. So, considering you have not found a single structure out here, there's like 30 of these straw huts way off in the distance, well out of bow shot.
So this would look like it's in the Bullywug lands.
Yes.
Using the telepathic link, I'll say I think I found civilization.
How civilized.
Not
As civilized as the traps.
That's not great.
So I suppose if they did take Winston's journal as they did these things, we might have to go into their city.
Yeah, but you know that means they're going to shoot first and ask questions later. And
No.
we're going to have to shoot. We're going.
Nobody speaks their language, so
What's their language?
The language. Nothing. The language is frog.
they croak.
There's no way to walk into this and say, "Hey, I come in peace," because that is not going to be what they deal with.
Weren't you able to like talk with some magic you had?
What magic?
Tongues one.
Oh, the tongues magic. Yeah.
The one that you did when we were in the thing and then everyone pissed me off. That one.
That one. Yes.
Oh, that wasn't when we pissed you off. That was after that. Because Atreus can speak primordial, and so Akir can talk to him discreetly. Or not so discreetly in front of you.
And wasn't there like a translation spell during something or other?
Yeah, there was.
That was them. They were using it that time.
Yeah, but Atreus has some spell for talking.
I do have tongues, yeah, so that might help.
or stealth our way in?
He said talk our way in or stealth our way in. He did not mute early enough.
Let's stealth our way in first. And then.
We could try and create a diversion by flying overhead, scare them again.
Oh,
I just go from like hut to hut looking for a book.
no.
How do you think they'll react to loud sounds?
I like hopping away. Probably just leave. Right? Do I know anything more helpful at this time about these froggies?
You know that they're named bullywugs because bully is the single most astute attribute of these creatures and their society. They probably wouldn't flee their own city because they have too much pride. They would very happily turn on each other if it was for their own personal gain, but as of their general society there is the head chieftain, and they are all vying for their place in line for when the chieftain steps down or is defeated.
If they've collected all of the goodies and treasures from this fight, could they be bribed?
From your stuff? Like the stuff you just found in the mush?
I don't know. Gold.
Gold could work.
We
They
have
could be-
gold.
Can either be
Chances
more
are,
or
if they've been at this for a long time, they have a lot of stuff. It's unlikely they know what any of it is. So it just might be a pile that we have to raid.
True. So Beacon and find pile, it would probably be in the chieftain's stuff. Don't you think?
Yeah, and then if we do encounter them, you use the same like tactic you use the bear. Little bear, act real big.
I was going to say that I'll fly up just out of range and spread my wings wide, but sure, that works too.
It's something like sure.
Alright, so we're going to try and go stealth, and then if all else fails, I will cause a distraction to try and get their attention.
All right. Sounds like a heist.
Heist.
Do music or a break?
I think we have to go to a break because it is like a little after 9, and I'm sure everybody could use a 5-minute bio break. And then when we come back, we'll start our heist.
Very good. Then we will be going to a music break where you can enjoy the tunes of arcane anthems, and we will have a timer up so that you know when we are coming back.
See you soon.
And we're back.
Right, let's do this.
Here we go.
Go Heist.
Dun, 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 dun. Doo-doo-doo. Sorry, I'm a band geek and I played that once and I was the little like yeah, the whole song, that's what I did, was two
One
sticks.
band camp.
No, I didn't go to band camp. I wasn't that kid. Nobody put me in a movie. All right. It takes another 2 hours to actually get close enough to where you're trying to be. We'll need a series of stealth checks just to even get through this approach.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So I guess I need a stealth again.
Okay.
12.
Yeah.
Night. Yes.
She's always the
27.
knight.
27.
Me and Mina, not so much.
Not awful, but not so great.
Well, good enough. How's that for you?
Love that.
They are good enough rolls. The only encounter that you have as you come through is about 4 or 5 of these bullywugs, very similar to the ones that you had seen earlier. Except instead of having short bows, they have these giant toothpicks. Normally we would call them a spear, but again, there's no spearhead. It's just sharpened stick. They had planted them in the ground to kind of mark their territory, and that is really the only weapon that they are carrying at the moment. And with just a quick pause, the 4 of you can let them pass by on their patrol, and another 5 minutes and they are out of sight. Rolling up a little bit closer into the area, you begin to see this metropolis. All of you can see it. About every 20 to 30 feet, there is a hut. And at the center of all of these huts is Jabba. I mean, a really, really big hut. You're welcome. I'm glad somebody finds me funny. I need perception checks as you all kind of peer out from some bushes and look over this city of frog people in the early evening.
Nice.
I don't see anything, but I'm hidden.
That's true.
You're too hidden. Don't worry, Atreus and I will let you know.
Shall I describe it to you? Shall I give you a box?
Classic.
So. Hera stops looking for details and starts counting the huts. And after about, she gets to 100 or so and does the math that if everyone has 2 or more frog people, you're looking at a city of probably 200 of these folk. Anybody else?
We all rolled. It's on
Mina
you.
and Atreus. Mina and Atreus are the ones who spot not just the Hutalicious hut up in the middle of town, but sitting on top as if it were a giant throne is a wooden wagon.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. The book being right in there.
Does it look like there's stuff inside the wagon?
No. It looks like a big empty wagon.
It's a big empty wagon.
It is not a bandwagon.
Does there
Wagon.
look like there is a dough with sauce spread over it, and then cheese? Like it's a Pizza Hut.
You have to go inside to find out.
Is there snacks inside?
There are likely snacks inside. I have a map of the inside, actually.
I mean, at the very least, I imagine you'll find some frog legs.
Ah, les grenouilles.
They're not cannibalistic.
Actually, they are.
Okay, they're cannibalistic, so maybe.
All right. I am
Do
gonna
we
say that that's probably the house we're gonna aim for.
do we see where the wagon had been dragged? Like, does it look like the wagon that we were following was dragged straight to that house or that hut
Oh.
or somewhere else?
Once you are in this localized area, there are multiple series of those little palisades. So you've got to get through a variety of little pointy sticks to get closer. This land is worked not in a productive way, but in a defensive type of way. So had they dragged the wagon through here, they would have had to remove a whole bunch of their works, their defensive works, pulled it through, and then built it all back. So there's no evidence of what happened to the wagon after this kind of checkpoint where you're at. Other than you see a wagon on top of the building.
Okay.
Are there any tall trees around us?
There are a bunch of tall trees. They are very few and far between. You couldn't jump from tree to tree, but you could take advantage of them somehow if you want to make a treopult.
I don't really need a treopult because I can fly. I was more thinking like just getting a better view of what the layout looks like, but it probably won't make that much of a difference. So we're going over this. We're going over this wall. I say in my mind, so that we're not speaking out loud.
You also see that the city is pretty happening. There's at least just with your quick little looking around, there's at least 30 of them, commoners, moving throughout the city. And they don't walk necessarily. They'll do like a step, blowing, step, boom. And you also realize that there's a significant amount of water in this boggy area. This is an extremely wetland type part, probably low-lying as far as the marsh itself goes. So all of the huts are built on the land, and then between most of the huts there are pools of water and one kind of main road sneaking.
Do we know whether bullywugs have night vision, dark vision?
I don't know why you would know that.
Because I read it in a book.
You read it in a book.
She did get a nat 20 on her history check on bullywugs.
Then I will look and see if bullywugs can see in the dark. They're daytime creatures. They don't do the darkness.
It's Frog Venice.
The only, yeah.
Tara's idea of going at night may be the best approach.
Oh, wait. So Tara was right?
That's not at all what I said.
That's what I heard. Tara was right.
I'm so sorry that your hearing has been damaged. I can't
So
imagine.
we're all agreed. We're waiting till night.
Like Tara said. Yes.
Yes, that is what we're agreeing.
What time of day is it again?
How?
I figure we traveled another.
Early evening.
Early
Okay.
evening. All right.
So
well,
essentially, not that you need a short rest, but you can take a short rest.
Right. Okay. So we're just gonna chill and tell stories in our head.
There you go. So this is the singular path in that you have in front of you. So imagine a 360 view of this, where it is just paths and ponds and huts, like mushrooms growing out of bog.
Mushrooms.
Mushroom. All right, so we're waiting till nightfall.
Yes, and then casting water walk on everybody, just in case Akir has to land. We have everybody able to stand on the.
Good call. Good call. I'm gonna need one more round of stealth checks as a patrol comes by.
Whoa there, Nelly.
I think the dog wants water.
Yeah. Yeah, I also failed that really bad.
Still the night.
Yeah, I'm like the early morning sun.
Yep.
Well, at least it's a 7 now. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently, Akira was too confident in the fact that it's dark.
We are the day.
Yep. So Akira really thought that they would not be able to see in the dark. And they can't. But what is interesting about this pair of bullywugs is instead of marching, they're hopping. Not themselves, but they're hopping atop 2 giant frogs. And giant frogs, as in horse-sized frogs. Maybe pony-sized frogs if you really want to get technical.
Okay,
And I lost everything you just said.
I love pony-sized frogs.
Good, because they can eat you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what would you like to do as the frogs kind of are hopping along, not within the perimeter of the palisades, but out here, and then they turn and look at you.
Hi, fellas.
Have you heard about Eucidium?
Have you heard about us long savior, Eucidium? Oh my
I was not ready for that one.
In true cleric fashion, have you heard of my god?
my God.
My God is an awesome God.
Debatable.
This is awkward.
We die? What's happening now?
You can try and do something to avoid combat if you would like.
That was it.
Akira
That was
would
it.
like. Akira would like to attempt to hide.
They've
All
already
right.
seen.
They're looking at you. So, how are you going to get yourself invisible and break line of sight?
What's around us?
Tall grasses, some watery, boggy stuff. There's a tree a little bit over there.
Can I try and dive into a pool?
Absolutely.
Akira dives
just-
into a pool of water.
Just keep swimming, or your water walk is going to pull you to the top.
Can you also?
I'm just swimming in tight little circles.
All right, give me a stealth check. Well, that's good enough, unfortunately.
Okay.
It's funny because they thought I was a frog.
We're avian.
And
It's a seagull now.
Mina, you have their singular focused attention.
So great. I'm so excited about that.
Dance for them.
Shut up.
Let the pan flute.
Wait, what did you say?
Get out of there!
She just goes like, "Hey!" and like tries like run away.
Mina's just like running for the tree line or something.
I'm just gonna take a little run for it, I guess.
It's not awkward at all.
Make a stealth check.
I don't know. She's an
As
awkward.
they start giving chase as you run away.
Nope, that didn't. Nope.
And so you kind of put your back to a tree, and each one, they just make these giant leaps of 20, 30 feet and quickly catch up and surround Mina on both sides.
Cool. Well, so I'm hunting some frogs.
Alright.
Do we all see that Mina is now surrounded by frogs?
Yes, you do.
I
Yeah.
can also see in my head that I'm now surrounded by frogs.
Trace,
I think we're gonna have to roll initiative here.
Yeah, probably, because I'm about to start stabbing.
We're kind of stuck.
I'm gonna start stabbing frogs. So.
I don't think my wife gets stabbed today.
Here we go on our Skywalker style slaying a village.
So.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I'm afraid of, you know?
What if we could just maybe kill these frogs? Maybe the rest didn't hear us?
We are still outside the palisade. There's hope. We just have to do it quietly and not explosively, Akir.
I'm not very
Yeah.
apparently not very good at quiet, so but I got an 19.
So yes, for rolling initiative.
Yeah.
Yes. And my
Sorry.
Oh, not one. Perfect.
Very good. Very good.
The only one stealthed. Actually, never.
Interesting. I don't go first. That's a first.
Yeah.
I can't roll.
I saw my wife in danger and I rushed.
My froggies.
I need to refresh my page.
I was in water, so it makes sense that I would not go first.
Agreed. There we go. Oh, yay! We got a 3.
We did not see your roll if we were supposed to.
You were supposed to. I had to refresh the page. Okay, let's roll for these.
Oh, you got a 3, you said.
I did.
Nice.
All right, Atreus, you are up first. You see 2 of these bullywugs riding 2 giant frogs, and one is on each side of a tree, and you know that Mina has attempted to hide behind it. You are currently hidden, so
I'm
you'll have advantage on any attack roll that you have this round.
Great. Cool. We're starting strong with the ye oldie spiritual weapon. So cast in that spiritual weapon comes out. Let's see if I should have just done the twice thing. That'll be 24 hit.
Yeah. 24 is gonna hit.
Great. So I'm actually aiming first, instead of just for the bullywugs, I'm aiming for the frog.
All right.
Really a good idea.
Frog A or Frog B?
Frog A.
All right.
And gonna hit him with 11.0 damage.
Oh, do you want to kill this? Oh
No.
no! Wait, sorry. No, he's not there.
Oh, he's not? He's not yet?
No, not
But
yet.
Is he wounded from the spiritual weapon?
Say that again.
He's wounded though from the spiritual weapon.
Oh
Probably
yeah,
bad.
I can toll the dead, right?
yeah, you can.
Yeah, so he's wounded, so that's gonna be 2d12, right?
Yep, it is, and I did a whopping 4. So give me that damage.
Yeah, so that damage is gonna be 18 points of damage.
Yeah, that would have one-shot this thing. What does it look like when you kill a frog with Toll the Dead? An innocent creature of the marshes.
An innocent creature that could have eaten my wife. So it looks like this poor little frog has no concept of what a bell is, but it hears this death knoll in its head, and it gets so confused and so flustered that it's like when you put a frog in the pot and it slowly bring up the water to boil and just, yeah.
Nice.
That's what happens.
See, from my perspective, this is Mina standing against a tree, and all of a sudden this frog just keels over.
Yeah, well, no. It got sliced by the magical floating sword first, and then it looks around confused and keels over. His rider probably falls off.
Its rider actually failed its dexterity check to stay on, and suddenly there's a bullywug laying prone at Mina's feet.
I imagine like the whole situation is like, fellas, hold on, we can work this out. Okay, well, never mind.
Not today.
And now we've figured out how we're working this out.
Mm-hmm. All right, Mina. Atreus, are you moving? Or you staying where you are?
I am moving towards
Closer?
the fray. Yeah.
All right. Atreus runs forward. Mina, what would you like to do? You got one at your feet and then one around to the right.
The one at the frog horse is dead. Yes.
Mhm.
The rider is pinned.
Prone, just laying
Prone.
down in the mush, face first.
Face first.
Oh, embarrassed.
Just like want to put my boot on him. I'm just keeping him down.
That would be a grapple check, and you are perfectly allowed to do that.
Okay, I'm gonna put my boot on him. I feel like it'd be mean just to kill him right off the bat when his face is in the mud.
Kind of like.
All right, give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Like I'm tougher than you. You know.
I mean, it was an 11.
Well, he got a 4.
So okay. So boot is on this guy.
Got him pinned in face down in the mud.
Dirt.
And you've kind of got like a tree about this big between you and the other guy who's coming around. You know, you tried to hide behind it, but your shoulders are here with the armor, probably even a little more. And the width of the tree is only about a foot wide, foot in diameter. So.
And I take my sword and like, it comes around the corner to the horse frog.
Absolutely, you make an attack at the horse frog.
Frog, sword, horse frog. I never use my sword, so I'm like, where is it? Okay. Rolling garbage, but that's a 10.
That will miss.
Wait.
You can hit someone with your shield, or action surge, or call it quits.
I hit with the shield. I feel like that's the next.
Are you hitting the rider or the frog?
Frog. I hit the frog. Let's keep with the garbage rolls. 12.
That will hit.
Fantastic.
I want you to like knock this.
Takes
thing
4
out.
piercing damage.
Nice. Give me an athletics check.
Right.
Risk for me.
12.
Yeah. The frog does not fall prone.
Okay.
That would have been amazing, though.
Really did get all those natural 20s out, huh?
Yep. All right. Anything else from Mina?
Nah, I'm just gonna stay right there. It's fine.
All right. Akir, you're up.
So we've got a frog under Mina's boot, well, a bullywug under Mina's boot, and then another frog and a bullywug on top of it.
Around the other side, but yeah. Yes, you're exactly right.
And the giant frog has not been hit.
The giant frog did just take a shield to the face.
Okay, all right.
Seeing little stars, but it didn't fall down.
Yeah. Then I'm going to do a double attack on the bullywug that is riding the frog.
Nice.
And then I'm also going to horde break the giant frog. Because, shooting 3 arrows, why not?
Why not?
First to hit on the bullywug, 19.
Yep.
Assuming that hits.
Roll damage.
For 8 damage.
Very nice.
And then the second one, 26 definitely hits.
Definitely hits.
For 7 damage, so 15 total.
He goes down with that second hit. You just pierced 2 arrows right in the back. He's only wearing hide armor, so the power behind your bow is just enough to actually go straight through his armor, and he falls over croaking as he goes.
Croak.
Right. And then horde breaker on the giant frog. 26 to hit.
Yep.
With 10 damage.
Still up.
Still up. Do I want to mark him?
Frog.
Nah, I won't bother with that.
Tara's just gonna come in like.
Done, man.
All right. After you is the dead frog and the dying frog. The frog is going to disengage and hop away and plop itself into a big pool of water because it has no one riding it and has no reason to stay here. Tara, you're up. You can try and go hunt the runaway frog, or you can do something else.
There's still a bullywug under Mina's foot.
Yes.
The other one's dead.
The other one's dead.
That's it.
That's
There's
it.
just the one.
That's all we got. That's all she wrote. Unless we were very loud and everyone's coming.
Can I hold my action if need be?
To do what?
I'll hold my action to attack with a rapier if there's reinforcements that come.
Right. The
Honestly,
bullywug.
otherwise.
All right, the bullywug is going to try and escape the boot. You hear him attempting to croak and call out, but with his face stuck in the mud, there's really not much he can do.
It's a very specific detail that I latched onto immediately.
So, Mina, I need you to give me an athletics or acrobatics check, and you need to beat an 8.
I'm gonna give you an athletics check. And I definitely did beat it with a 12, which is the only thing I rolled today.
So he starts flailing and trying to get out, and just you see his throat expanding, but all the noise is just coming out.
You just got it.
It's fine.
I trust you.
Anyone have a gag?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Akira says as he like emerges from the pool, dripping wet.
Still probably have strips of that ripped pants in my bag.
Treyas, what you got?
So how are there any more? Was there just Frog A or Frog B?
Frog A is dead.
dead.
You killed it.
I killed
Frog
it.
B got really, really hurt and ran away.
Okay.
Bullywug A is face down, choking on mud, and Bullywug B is dead with 2 arrows in his back.
So I'm gonna look at Mina. Are we not killing the scout?
Do you have a language thing to understand it, or is he not helpful? I just didn't know. It wasn't going to go on a murder rampage just quite yet.
Sure. The language thing.
I mean, the last time I went on a murder rampage, the DM made me feel guilty about it. So,
Knocking out is an option.
we could
Also-
knock him out.
Yeah, let's just knock this guy out.
We can like tie him
Sword
up.
or staff? How would you like to knock him out?
What was your option there?
Sword or staff? How are you knocking this guy out?
I'll whack him with my staff.
All right, give me an attack roll at advantage.
Harry Gandalf.
Hey, Gandalf. Yeah. This is 21 gonna hit him?
That's gonna hit him.
Great.
Give me some damage.
Done that.
Plain, like, just murder him right now, aren't you?
You take your staff and you just kind of whack him over the head, and his face just goes deeper into the mud, and he's still like croaking a little bit, but it's more subdued.
He's sleeping. Nudge with foot.
He's trying to squirm out, still moving. Nina, what do you want to do here?
I'm gonna whack him again. I want him to go to sleep.
You just kick him with your boot.
Yeah, like right in like the temple.
Nice. Give me an unarmed strike at advantage.
I just want him to go to sleep. Okay. I can't see if it's actually doing it. Go away.
It is exactly what happens. He only had a few hit points left, so with your strength, you just and you feel him go limp under your foot.
Cool. Like turn him over so he doesn't like suffocate. Like night night little froggy. They didn't kill him.
Oh, great. Sorry.
One needs to call the ASPCA. We're fine. For now.
So now that they won't announce that we're here, probably sneak in.
Gonna try.
Gonna try. All right. How would you like to get over the series of palisades?
Kira wants to try and sneak the way that we saw them come from. Basically, backtrack their patrol path.
Nice. Give me a survival check to do so.
Everyone or just
Anyone can.
These other people do.
please?
I did not roll that great.
Survival a 19.
I'm gonna throw some guidance at Tara.
So Atreus and Mina are able to kind of follow it around. It's not too far away, but there is a series of movable palisades. So they're kind of all there's a stick that runs between them, and you can pick them up as if you were moving a fence. There's no hinge or anything. It's literally just pick it up, move it, put it back in place. There are more guards in this general area, though. And once you are fully inside, you can see that they have torches.
Great.
Where are we now?
You're trying to figure out how to get into the town.
Oh, we are not in the town.
When you say like guards all around, are they in a specific direction that we could go a different direction and avoid some of them?
This is their gateway in and out. So they're just kind of hanging out here, waiting their turn for patrol. So on your little bits of scouting that you've done, there doesn't seem to be any other guard post.
Should we go around and go over the wall if this is the primary guarded spot?
Or can we do that?
I mean, it's a 3 foot high wall. Like
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Alright, then we like move away.
Yeah.
And try and go over the wall.
All right. I need everyone who is not going to fly. I need an athletics or acrobatics check, and if you're going to fly, you need to do a stealth roll.
Neither of those are great for me, so it's gonna be 8.
Ooh, cute.
Ouch.
At a time.
So Mina does that really cool thing where you take like 2 steps, you twist your body in the air, and you do like a kick side flip. And she just kind of vaults up and over. So obviously Atreus does the same thing, but without any of the grace or beauty, and his leg just stabs right into one of the palisade spikes, and you're going to take 4 points of piercing damage.
Why?
Ouch.
Tara knows better, and she grabs hold of one of the spikes to just flip herself up. Unfortunately, she did not realize that these are the absolute worst created defenses ever, because the moment she puts her body's weight on it, the spike falls out of the ground and stabs into her shoulder. Also taking
Way too happy about this, Atreus.
1 point of damage.
You laughed at me.
The real question is, did anyone see a cure?
No one saw a cure because the passive perception of these bullywugs is garbage. Absolute garbage.
Here is the night.
Yep,
Or night-like enough?
exactly.
Night. Okay.
All right, you have passed the first wall without anyone noticing you. You have 1 more wall to go. How would you like to approach this?
Stealthily. And hopefully not bleed on this one.
Does it look like there's a section we could easily remove and put back?
If you take, a minute to sit there and just yank them out.
Like that might draw more attention.
I'm just gonna
go over the same way.
All right, stealth check, acrobatics or athletics, please.
I'm just gonna do it again.
Akir is
Wasn't
the
great.
Mina is fine.
Nice.
Atreus is fine. Tara is beautiful and graceful. How does Tara get over it this time?
This time I just kind of like crank up it and just do like a flip.
She like overcompensates for the lack of the other one, so she like makes it like extra flippies.
Yeah.
Why not?
She tumbles and somehow she like rolls out with a dagger in her hand to realize she doesn't need a dagger right now. It's just habit, and puts it back away.
All right, Captain. All right, it's gonna be okay.
All right, you have successfully gotten into the city, taking more damage here than some of your combats. Yeah.
We're so pretty.
Splinters on the wall.
Did everyone see the map I put in the stream chat?
Yes.
The map that is displaying on the Twitch stream?
That is correct.
And that's
I'm
all.
not, I'm not watching the Twitch stream, so.
That's fair.
All right. So basically, you're coming in this the bottom of the screen, and you need to get to the top. So there are just a few people milling about, hopping hither and thither.
Hither.
Hither and
Yeah.
thither. Thither? Wait.
You're right. I messed it up for everybody. You're welcome. All right, Scooby-Doo. How do we want to do this? It's almost 10 o'clock.
Stealthily, we want to get to the house where there is the wagon on top, because that's the biggest one, right? So
That's the biggest one.
my assumption is that that's Chieftain's house, Chieftain owning all of the nonsense and being the biggest head honcho in town. So that's where we're trying to get to. So, stealth to there.
All right, give some stealth checks.
No Scooby-Doo plan?
This is my most reasonable plan to date.
Run from hut to hut. Just keep running.
Much more reasonable if I rolled better.
So yeah, that's 20. That's not bad. Akir, here, I should give you some guidance or something.
Don't worry about it. I've already given it all away.
Or
Because stealth is my least. Yeah, why are you gonna pick this? I could have just ran there. Nobody would have seen me.
Just super speed. Tara, did I get a stealth check from you?
Oh. Gosh, please be good.
Could have acrobatics. They're probably better than this.
21.
Yeah.
the Wonder Twins are stealthing, and then the rest are.
No.
So
No.
it's not that you weren't being quiet or cautious or careful. It's the fact that you just weren't prepared for how the frog people move about. You heard him. You got about 50 feet in. You're getting close to that second hut, and then all of a sudden, someone leaps out of the water. You hear the splash and the motion, and immediately take cover, putting your backs up against the hut nearby. Two of you get on the front side of the hut, the obvious side where you're going, hey, I'm going to be seen. This was a terrible place to be. And then two of you sneak around to the back and are like, yes, we're out of sight. However, that happens to be where the frog lands. So he leaps over his hut and lands in front of his front door right next to Mina and Akir.
Getting really popular with these people.
You are. He just kind of looks at you with these big wide eyes of surprise and concern, and looks at his house and looks at you.
Can
And
I dunk him?
make an unarmed strike.
Thunk check.
Thunk check.
Can I get your thunk at the same time? Just
You
a
can-
dual thunk.
Just thunk. Knock this dude out if you can.
I got a 19, so he's out.
That's gonna hit. Give me some damage.
I just crit.
Oh,
I just crit on an unarmed, non-lethal strike.
Go.
yes. So that, yeah. What does it
You
look
just
like?
rolled like 10 times.
My thing was not showing for me, so sorry.
Oh, okay.
The
You know
first
those moments in the movies where two people just kind of like turn around and at the same time two fists come flying into the camera's face? That's what happens to this poor bullywug. Just coming home. He just gets bonked, and you see him stagger and fall backwards, and he hits the ground, and this basket he was carrying home to feed his family spills out, and all of these like raspberry kind of looking foods just kind of roll across the grass.
Okay, so Mina picks it up and puts it back in the.
You know what's funnier though?
He brushes it off and sets it on his chest.
I crit my unarmed strike and still did half the damage that Mina did normally.
Yeah.
I didn't need
Yeah.
your help. But thank
Grace is just like, are they okay over there?
Yeah. Don't know.
yeah.
All right. You have successfully avoided detect. You have successfully avoided having everyone come out and get you.
You're welcome.
All right. Following north,
Oh gosh.
you come to a point. There is a huge rock in front of you. There is a bridge that leads to the left, and there are huts all around. So it looks like you would have to go over a bridge, then over a second bridge to get to the path ahead. There are the occasional people hopping further along, but where you are right now, you seem to be out of sight of anyone.
Okay. We still all have water walk on, yes?
That is correct.
So I would not go over the bridge, but go over that area, but just over the watery part so that, like under the bridge. I want to go under the bridge.
Very simple. These bridges are literally just not even boards. They're fallen trees that were split in half lengthwise and then laid there to kind of assist in the walking. So as you just kind of step out from behind this boulder and across the water, you don't really disturb anyone. And I'm going to need another round of stealth checks. For performance check, is there something else you'd like to do to keep from being noticed here?
Deception checks.
I would take a deception check.
You're gonna
I'm
try
a
and act
tree.
like a frog.
Yeah, I'm just gonna performance it because who knows? Who knows?
That's a 10.
Yeah, no, it still didn't work out. It's a 7.
Yeah, Mina and Akira just got caught again.
Um,
Why do we suck at these? Okay.
I
Just
don't
knocking
even
the whole village out.
just slow and steady.
I'm just
Uh,
picturing Nina like.
so loud. And it's like just keep bumping into stuff. I'm like, oh my, the city is too tiny.
My wings are too big.
So Tara, you get a few steps ahead of the group as they're all on the water, and this little 2-inch tall frog girl comes around the corner, and you are already hidden behind a bush, and she just kind of like stops and drops her doll on the ground and stares at the 3 people in front of her.
Little girl.
Wait.
Akira would like to do a performance check to tell her to shush.
I mean, they believe in bullies, so if you're bigger and scarier.
All right, give me a performance check.
Still have that ugly doll.
Very convincing.
Very, very convincing. She doesn't stand a chance. She's scared.
You see her leave her doll and vanish into a bush behind you. Just
And we'll have nightmares for the next 15 years.
Just like seeing a giant bird go.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And I go,
Tara,
in my head, oh, I almost feel bad.
Tara, she runs right past you and has absolutely no knowledge you're there. Are you good with this?
It's a child, Tara.
It's me. It's not your psychopath girlfriend, okay? Just let her go.
Okay.
Just as soon as Dark Terror was about to come out.
I know.
Stick a foot out.
Okay?
Stick a foot out while she's running and trip her.
No, the girl runs past and Terror just like jumps out of the back of the bush and just goes boom.
There be ghosts.
There be ghosts. The ghosts of the Hool Marshes. That's your new group name.
We
Is
may
whole
want to-
marshes allowed? Can we do whole marshes?
I don't know.
Oh, well, let's look into that.
We may want to
Hool
move
Marshes.
quickly now.
All right. So make me an athletics, acrobatics, or stealth check, or something as you're trying to pick up the speed here.
None of these will be good because each one of these is +2.
29.
21.
16. That's not bad.
Come on, Akira. Whew.
I'm the knight.
All right. Carving a path through the town. Whew. Finally, without much more interruption, you jump back and forth from hut to hut, from tree to tree, and from just little pond to little pond as you get pretty close. And we're going to say you're on this last little island to the north, over in the right side where there are those little green bushes. Everybody see that?
Mhm.
It looks like you're looking down on broccoli.
Yes.
And it's about this time where you hear a huge croaking bellow. What would you all like to do?
Akira hides.
Can
You
I?
can make a stealth check with advantage.
Yeah, I would like to also hide from the croaking bellow sound.
I think I did pretty good there.
So we all hide.
Oh,
You can all take advantage on this hide check.
we can, thank God.
Yes.
Aye. That's a lot better.
So 20
Garbage.
more-
Garbage.
20.
Did you roll twice for Mina?
She did.
Did, didn't I?
Oh, okay.
Stop telling me to hide. Mina doesn't know how to hide.
Guidance for Mina. So we get a little better.
9.
Nine.
Even the child sees her. The problem for Mina is that her beautiful plate, half plate made of mithril, is shiny, just so shiny. And the three of you are able to duck down pretty effectively. Mina gets fairly well hidden as well in these bushes, but as you're looking at this monstrosity of a hut, this enormous bullywug kind of opens a hatch in the roof and step by step moves himself out. He has a beautiful flower crown. It's not purple, but it could be. It doesn't matter. And he's using a stick in both hands to kind of help him carry his own girth. And you watch him climb up and slump into the wagon. He fills up almost the entirety of the wagon as if it were a throne just for him. And he then takes his two sticks and claps them together, and the tips of them burst into flames. And he has two torches, and he just plants each one. And it's at this point where all of you realize Mina is just glistening in this light. As
Armor and mud.
I'm
next
sorry that you're so radiant.
he lets out one more great bellow, and most of the hut doors open, and bullywugs begin filing out from all over this city to come to this great conclave? Go with conclave. And within about 30 seconds, you see a pair of them stop who are coming up from the south and stare at Mina.
Hey, everybody.
Kind
How
of
far is-
doing. You are. Let me get my measuring tool.
Mainly want to know how far I am from the one that the big one on the top of the hut. Job of the hut type.
How about that?
You're about 45 feet from him.
Okay.
Layers on the map.
Murder Sheen apparently is what we're calling it now.
Oh boy.
Rules of Redemption,
Oh.
where we try not to murder everyone, but somehow do.
No.
I have successfully
Here
murdered
has-
nobody so far.
Here has the perfect action that shouldn't usually cause damage, but should be very effective.
Yeah,
We will see what happens.
I haven't killed a single thing yet. Okay.
True story.
Just your boyfriend did.
I killed a frog. It was a big frog. It wasn't a sentient.
You, okay, Mr. I don't kill nothing, is the only one who killed things today.
That's fair. I did kill a bullywug.
You killed a sentient creature.
It doesn't have a soul, okay? It's a killed a creature, not a person.
Yeah.
like
well,
tank.
Akir killed the only bullywog today.
It's also true.
Well, before you start pointing talons at everybody. Remember that the couple more are pointing back at you. I don't know how many talons you have.
Have we entered initiative yet?
We have not. You have the attention of two of these guys. So I'm going to send you an updated screenshot right now. The one thing you all notice that as all of these people are assembling, there are a series of benches lined up and facing this throne of his. So if you look at the bottom right hand corner, you've got two little frogs, and they're, noticing Mina. In the top upper right, on the other side of this bridge, it's kind of hard to see just because of the coloration. There are benches, long benches, probably enough to seat 100 of these frog people because they go far beyond the scope. So this would be what you might consider an audience room or a amphitheater, possibly. But the giant frog has now revealed himself up on top.
He's not looking here yet.
Yo, he's way too busy showing off.
What if we like sweep the leg?
Akira is going to tell Atreus and Terra, stay hidden, find the journal.
Okay.
I'll be okay.
And then he bursts out from his hiding spot and flies about height of the hut,
Okay.
in line with the giant bullywug, and whips out a scroll and quickly casts the gust of wind spell from the scroll directly at the bullywug king.
We did not
Nice.
sanction this. Okay, there he goes.
Is that a?
And if I can do this as intimidatingly as possible, that's my goal. If you need the details, it is a line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blasts from you in a direction you choose for the spell's duration, which is up to 1 minute for concentration. Each creature that starts its turn in that line must succeed a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away in the direction following the line. Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves in order to move closer to you.
Then Old King Cole here is going to make a strength saving throw. 19.
I think that passes my my DC.
Just barely. So this huge gust of wind just kind of funnels out, and you see the Bullywug Royal just kind of start getting flustered, and his cheeks start flapping in the wind, and he just opens his giant mouth, and you fill up his cheeks, and it looks like a balloon is about to burst, and then he just kind of croaks back at you. And yeah, we're gonna need some initiative.
I'm not sure this was the best plan, Akira.
Yeah.
I was hoping it would blow him off the roof, and then everyone would be in shock and awe and start worshiping Akira as their leader. And
I was
it
ready
did not
to
work.
quietly sweep the leg out of under these two froggies, and nobody would need to know we were there. Yeah, that's.
Akira said, "Go big or go home."
Of course he did. Of course.
Do I have to be an
course
initiative,
you
or
did.
can I just stay hidden and try to go get the journal while everyone else is fighting?
We're gonna kind of do this in that you're gonna do that in the initiative order.
You'll be okay.
There's always a chance that you get seen anyway.
Okay.
Oh, cute.
All right.
He tried.
So I have
You could have explained the plan before you did it.
I told Atreus and Terra, find the journal. Me and Mina got this. I left that part out, but you know.
nice.
I explain my Scooby-Doo plans before we Scooby-Doo. Like,
And this is more of a Scrappy-Doo plan.
yeah.
Akira is used to working with a group of bandits who like know how each other operates, and so like this is just what they did. Like Akira was a perfect distraction, like draw attention while someone else comes in from the side and just takes him out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm not used to working with anyone.
Well, congratulations, you're up.
Atreus is like, what is happening?
Akira, you
You're up
are
first.
up.
So what are the people we see right now?
Right now you've only got these two, and the king himself in line of sight. But I have 24 characters in initiative right now, So 4 of them are you. So they're coming.
Thank you.
And
Akira.
there's
Thank you so
there-
I've
much.
seen worse odds.
the town is slowly filing in your direction. Mostly just the warriors of the town.
Thank you so much.
So apparently, this episode of We Annihilate a Town of Primitive Species comes to you from Akira.
Yep. Our wise
Dear
party
God, I'm
member.
speed dial.
All right, what would you like to do? You have gust of wind up.
I'm gonna leave Gust of Wind there. And are the two bullywugs we see, are they next to each other?
Yes, more or less. Yes, they are within
Then
5 feet of each other.
I will shoot them with my bow. One of
Okay.
them twice, the other with Hordebreaker.
Great.
$19.
Yep.
For 9 points of damage. And 23 is definitely going to hit.
If we die by froggies, I'm gonna be real pissed.
A sad way to go. 19 total damage on that one.
Yep, you drop him.
And then Hordebreaker on the second one. 4 to hit. For 9 damage.
So close.
And if I'm holding my bow and I have 2-weapon fighting, can I throw a dart as a bonus action?
You already had your bow out. You can item interaction, draw a dart. I will let you throw it because that's super funny.
Cool. Then I also dart the second one.
All right. This is going to be a disadvantage from your distance.
Okay, that's fine. I'll roll again there. 13 to hit.
That is going to meet his AC.
Cool. For an additional 6 points of damage.
That does it.
Do I know what direction the majority, like, is there a single place they're coming from?
They're coming from the whole town. This is a big event of some sort. So you've got 5 or 10 coming from all directions. They just haven't quite gotten here yet. So within the next minute, you will all be mobbed.
Then Akira is going to fly over to the hut.
Are you getting in melee with Java?
No, I'm gonna stay about 30. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna try and fly towards the back side of the hut.
The gust of wind is coming from you. So if you move, the wind is moving with you.
Below the house down.
You could
Clear the path to the hut. Blow away all the little froggy people coming our way.
Yeah, does it look like there are things that are in the path of the hut that would
nothing yet.
obstruct? Alright, well then I'm gonna fly
couple of
over the
them.
bridge so that I can be facing north, in case that there is anything that is going to block Atreus and Terra from going that direction.
All right. And which way is your gust facing?
North. Right across the bridge, basically.
All right. There are definitely some guys coming in that direction. So on the beginning of their turn, they will see if they get blown away or not. Literally, not, metaphorically.
Blow them all the way.
That's literally what I was thinking. Thank you.
All right. That's Akir. Atreus, what you gonna do?
Atreus is going to. Can I make it to the hut if I run to it?
If you run like a straight shot of, you can get there by dashing.
Great. You can't stealth dash, can you?
No, you would need to use your action to dash. So you could get like halfway there, or duck under the bridge, or something.
Well, yeah.
You could get to the hut on the opposite side of the little island you're on, but yeah.
Yeah, then I want to try to stealth to that hut on the opposite side of the island.
All right, give me a stealth check.
P.
Or yeah. Or if you're happy with your stealth, you can just do half movement.
Well, what was my stealth right now?
20 something was really good.
20, yeah, then I'm just gonna do the half bit there.
Let's go.
All right.
And sec.
Maybe
I want to check something.
Do you want to do anything with your bonus action?
I'm trying to see if there's anything I want to do with my bonus action. Hang on. That's concentration. Never mind.
If you cast a spell, you do break stealth.
I do? Okay, never mind. So then, no, I don't want to do... yeah, there's not really much I can do here. I'm just trying to get to the hut and look for the journal.
All right. Next up, Mina.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Okay.
There are no enemies in your immediate vicinity. There are some coming up from the south, and there's some already on the benches, and then there's big old king dude.
I don't want to run towards the hut thing and like draw attention to them. Leave all the stealthing to our shadow folk. Nobody's in my immediate vicinity.
Nope. If you run south, you could get to somebody worth punching or killing if you want.
I'm gonna try
Here
to.
says in the mental bond, block the south bridge.
Sure, I will stand guard on the south bridge and try to start punching people. I guess whoever comes up.
All right. Do you want to block the bridge, or do you want to go attack the guys that are coming?
I'll attack the guys. I don't know. Sure.
Go
All
get
right.
him, babe.
Just go attack the guys.
So where you are, you're able to run up, and there are two of them. One looks like just a regular old bullywug. One looks like he's got a little bit of training.
Okay. I just don't know. I don't really want to start slashing froggies left and right, but okay. Can I knock one over with my shield first?
Go for it. The regular guy, or the guy who's got
The trained dude.
trained dude. All right.
Oh no. That's a 9.
That's gonna miss.
Yeah. Alright, I guess I might kill one of them. I will. I just don't want to kill them. Okay. Fine. I will try to stab one with the sword.
All right.
Person. I'm a terrible person. And it's a 17.
That's gonna hit.
It is, I know. That's 9.
All right, and you're going after the trained one, right?
Yes.
Okay. You slash him across the arm, and he just kind of like at you.
Okay. Well, to you too, I guess.
Swing again.
Yeah.
Now, the joy of being the fighter is at any given point, you can say that you're going to knock them out when you kill them instead of kill them as long as you're in melee with them.
So like when you nat crit them, then you can just like instant knockout.
Go to sleep.
You are definitely allowed. No. When you would normally kill them, you can just say instead of kill them,
Oh
I
my-
want them to be
That-
non-lethally knocked out.
Okay, well, yeah.
So roll some damage. Let's see how you do. I don't think this is going to take him down.
Roll that crit damage.
Yep, he's still up.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. So your sword comes down and like lodges into his shoulder, and you draw it back out, and this guy is still standing.
Okay. No. Guess I'm gonna stay there
All right,
where everybody can see me.
everybody can see you.
Yeah.
All right. Something draws Akir's attention. Coming down from the south part and starting to move into the area is a pretty impressive looking bullywug. You weren't expecting them to be wearing armor. And it's obviously not armor made for a bullywug, but this bullywug is wearing plate mail.
Okay.
And so it kind of does this weird hop, jump, clink, clank as it comes. Yeah, and it's gonna have it's got a glaive, which is a very, very long pole.
You said it's coming from the south?
This is coming from the north towards you.
Okay.
So it's basically walking up beside your gusto. The little croaker, the little bullywug that's right next to Mina, is very sad that you're hurting his friend, and he's going to try and bite you and poke you with a spear. There's a 19 hit.
No. No, it does not.
Huh?
Gonna try and hit you with a spear, which is a 15, and that's definitely not gonna hit.
No.
You know,
It's cute though. Can I keep
it was really cute. You tried so hard.
Cursor.
It's rude.
Mina is so like demeaning to the enemies that attack her. She's like, "Oh, you're so adorable."
Thank you for trying.
The one that's up to the north begins getting blown away by the gust of wind. So far that I can't even get him off of the map. Or sorry, the map ends and I can't get him for what I've got him. Mina sees another 5 or 6 of these little guys coming out to play from their homes in the south. And they're all heading her general direction.
Super fun.
2 more join into the area where the benches are. So they're not getting into the gust of wind. They're too smart to walk into danger, but you're getting flooded from both the north and the south at this point.
Having a great time, guys. Anybody else?
It is now the Royal Bullywug's turn, and he is going to do something absolutely fabulous. He's going to pick himself up, shimmy a little bit, and begin to and croak out, and you hear all of the bullywugs around just kind of respond. And they seem very energized by this. And he's going to take one of these flaming sticks, flip it around, and throw it at Akir.
Duck. Not that I'm
Uh,
calling you duck, but you should probably duck.
So there's a 24 to hit on Akir.
Yep.
You're going to take 8 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make me a strength saving throw, please. That was really lucky.
Yeah.
You feel like with the
That is
strength and power.
extremely concerning that a 21 is a lucky.
No, just that you passed. You feel that the power behind his spear was going to actually bring you to the ground, but you're able to just shake off the hit as he picks up the other spear and chucks it with his left hand at you. Oh, 12 is not going to hit you.
He's so surprised that I didn't fall to the ground that he missed.
Exactly.
expecting
He
me
had
to be on the
already he had already aimed down at the bridge. And
He
that's it
counted
for
his
him.
chickens before they turned into Aarakocra.
There it is. Tara, what you gonna do?
Chicken to do.
My job is to stay stealth if I can and try to
Go for the money.
go up the building out of sight of King Frog and try to look for the journal.
Nice. So you can pretty far because you can use your bonus action to dash if you like. So you can basically run across the water and get your back to the giant hut itself.
Yes. Let's do that.
All right.
Dashy dash.
Dashy dash. These guys are not in the fight. All right. We've got one big frog next to Mina, who Mina was being very mean to. So it's going to. Yeah, it's gonna try and bite her. And it has advantage because of how much he loves his dude. 19 is still gonna miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Akir sees another one of those guys coming slowly from the north. Akir, your turn.
So what do I have coming at me?
You've got one in plate mail. You've got a total of 4 near you that are just regular old townsfolk. And in the distance, you see some more, like with actual weapons, shields and things.
You said the 4 look like just regular townsfolk.
Yep.
They're how far from me?
You've got one that's about 10 feet, and the other 2 are 20 and 25.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to change the direction of gust of wind to be on them. As many as them as I can fit. And I'm going to fire my bow at the plate mail guy. I'll upload this image.
I'm all the way back there.
Hey.
Didn't realize that.
Okay.
I know we're at the top of the initiative, and it is 10:30. How are people doing right now?
I'm doing okay. Do we want to keep fighting?
Fine.
Oh, good.
Good. All right.
Keep cruising.
Keep cruising.
Okay. Then Gust of Wind moves to the civilians, and I fire twice at plate mail.
All right.
That moving Gust of Wind is a bonus action, right?
That sounds good enough to me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll some strength saving
I
throws
was
for them.
pretty sure I read that, so I wasn't positive. 18 to hit on plate mail.
18 to hit on plate mail is a hit.
Wasn't sure.
It's not wearing my armor.
7 damage. 12 is probably gonna miss.
12 is gonna miss. His armor class is indeed 18.
Okay.
Your first
And
arrow
7.
just finds a little hole right between the neck and sticks in there. But
I'm
the second
also
one-
marking him as favored foe.
nice. Drop that D4 of damage.
So an extra 4 damage on my 7.
Nice.
And
Very nice.
he's what, 20 feet from me?
More or less, yeah.
Okay. Am I able to switch weapons at this point?
You would
Or
have
at
to
least
drop your bow.
Tough choice.
I will drop my bow behind me to pull my Dragon Slayer rapier.
And how high up are you flying?
Probably only like 15 feet.
Okay. And staying where you are?
Yes.
All right. Next up, Atreus.
Yes. Can I run into the house from here? Across the way into the house?
If that is all you would like to do, you can do that. How would you like to get in?
Is there a door?
Not on this side of the house, but there are window-like things, or you can
I'm
try and
going to-
climb up to the roof where you saw him come out.
I am going to go through the window.
All right, make me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Please don't be bad. It's not great.
It's not great. You kind
Can
of
I-
get up.
It's on myself.
Say that again.
Can I guidance myself here?
If you'd like to break stealth. So Atreus goes up and tries to just kind of sneak his way and shoulder the windows and realizes that they are swing out windows. So by the time you get them open, it's going to take you a hot second to climb in, but you are just inside the house.
I don't suppose I can cast detect magic and try to see if there's any journal here. I would not take the time to ritual cast right now.
No. Yeah. Where is my photos?
Are you inside the hut or inside that first little one?
She's
No,
inside Java's hut.
I'm inside the Java hut.
Java hut.
Where we're all really hoping the journal is, because we put a lot into just assuming it's there. Because it's gotta be there so many years later.
We sure did. We're just very hopeful people. And praying that the DM is benevolent tonight.
Where did my diagram go?
Need a face. That means he's not benevolent.
Sorry. All right.
Brought to you by
Brought to you by.
Chaos.
So as you stumble in, you see a variety of things. First off is
Did you say I could or couldn't cast detect magic?
no. You had to like use your full dashing to get in here.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes. So you come into a wooden room that is just a medley and assortment of absolute insanity and nonsense. There are tapestries of all different colors hanging haphazardly throughout the room. There are baubles and trinkets, many of them shiny, many of them just garbage, but for some reason, the chieftain has collected them. There's pieces of broken stained glass kind of shoved into a pattern that reminds you of what it kind of like looking through a kaleidoscope. There are flowers and dried flowers and vines that have been hung as decorations, and it's just this absolute mess of baskets and foods and just stuff.
Oh, guys, this is gonna take a while. Just to everybody's heads.
Oh, don't worry. Take your time.
All right, is that it for Atreus?
Is there anything else I can do?
Bonus action.
Bonus action to pick up a basket? I don't know.
Sure. There is a ladder leading up, and there's a door leading to an additional room within the house.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the ladder so I can check out the additional room first.
All right. Then let's cut to Mina. Mina,
Hi.
you got 2 on you and a ton coming your way.
Hey, that's so fun for me.
Hey, for you, right?
What?
That's what you're made for this.
Yeah. Cool. I've got 2 in front of me.
You have 2 in melee with you.
All right. Well, we're gonna do a shield hit. Are you surprised?
Oop, get him.
12? Question mark?
Was that on the regular guy or the guy with the shield armor?
This is a regular Joe. Good old regular Joe. Because he's just annoying and I just want to push him away.
Yeah. Nope, that's also going to miss him.
Oh no. Okay, fine. Let's start hitting people with swords. That's a 22.
That'll hit.
That is a 10 points of damage.
All right. Are you killing him or knocking him out?
Let's just try to... If I knock them out, they can't get back up during this, right?
Yeah, they're done.
Just knocking him out.
All right. The one with the shield that was a little bit stronger just falls to your sword.
Right.
You now have 1 guy in front of you.
Night. We're gonna sword again. Nope. That's a 10.
Yeah, this dude is incredible. He almost bit you. Like, I'm very impressed.
Just bobbing and weaving a little bit.
Bobbing and weaving, bouncing around.
All right, it's gonna be okay.
His parents always told him he was a natural athlete.
Yeah. Then what happens next is both beautiful, graceful, and slightly terrifying. It's one of those few things that's probably going to haunt Akir for the rest of his life.
Oh dear.
The bullywug in plate armor waddles forward, hunkers down for a minute, and then bursts across, raising this glaive with 2 arms, and in midair just swings down, trying to hit him. Give me a 24 to hit.
Damn.
Ouch.
Yeah.
4 points of damage.
Okay, not so bad.
As he starts falling, he takes the butt of the glaive and pokes it back up at you. And that's a crit.
Jeez, are you okay?
You're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. As he
I'm
then
okay. I'm not great, but I'm okay.
crashes to the ground with a loud noise, and he also has this kind of weird smirk on his extremely long smile. Mina sees, well, she doesn't see, she hears in the distance a very similar sound of crunching, and then sees way off on the far end another one of these bullywug knights.
Okay.
The little guy next to Mina is going to try and fight her and poke her with a stick again.
Really offensive.
It was almost a 19.
Wouldn't have mattered anyway.
No, and then 3. 22 doesn't even reach.
Oh, my thing's not. So you got a 22?
No, he got a 3.
He got a 3. Okay, all right.
You got a 3. Don't worry, you're good.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep Mina's body count over in one area of the map. So the rest of them are going to kind of run up onto Mina, surrounding her. One very interesting thing that Mina notices is that none of them are crossing the bridge. They're all leaping around the bridge to get to her.
What would it mean if they don't want to cross the bridge, guys?
They don't like bridges?
Stand on the bridge.
All right. Takes a couple steps back onto bridge.
On your turn. Yeah, so that's all the bullywugs. Most of the ones near our dear Akir are still fighting the wind, so they can't get into range. The bullywug royal is going to stay on his little throne and just start picking up rocks and throwing them at Akir. The 24
How do you keep getting 24s?
4 points of damage.
Oh my word.
And he's almost kind of laughing. This is great fun for him. Tara, you're up.
Yeah.
So I am still trying to get up to that wagon without that guy seeing me. So I can try to search it. I'm not sure if it's in his throne area or in his hut where divide and conquer. Right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
We got the mental link, so you guys are working it out. It's gonna be okay.
Divide and conquer. I'm going this way.
Without arguing. It's very impressive, actually.
No.
So far, they haven't argued.
All right, do you want to give me an athletics check to climb up the side of the hut, or do you want to run through this and try and find your way and navigate to the roof?
Ooh. I can try athletics.
All right, let's see it. Do you have a reason this would be acrobatics?
Because she's really pretty.
Because I'm a rogue and everything I do is based off of my dex.
All right, how would you climb the side of a hut with acrobatics?
With acrobatics, I would just find every little like foot and handhold and do like little flippy flips and just try to bob and weave, dodge any sort of spikes.
All right, let's see this.
I don't know.
I mean, it's like the gymnasts, you know, they jump up and they have the thing, and she's just like,
13.
all right, well, it's not as clean,
Alright.
but
It's not as clean. You can either make me an athletics check to pull yourself up, or you can use half of your movement to get up on the roof.
19?
yeah.
There you go. So you do a nice little run up the wall, do a backflip, and you grab hold and just kind of get a little unsteady, but you're able to pull up. And you have broken all semblance of stealth. So if you want to get any closer or do anything, you probably need to hide again.
Can I try to stealth now?
You got a bonus action if you'd like.
Okay. Yes.
Back into the shadows.
For 22.
Yeah, she's back in the shadows.
Yeah, so as you pull yourself up, you just kind of like tumble forward and fall prone, and you see the king just kind of
Yeah.
and turns right back around, giving no attention whatsoever. That guy's dead. These guys are gonna move closer. So, yep, got one on Mina. All right, so another guy with the shield is now on the opposite side of Mina. Mina has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people surrounding her.
It's a good time.
Have you been hit yet?
No, I'm having
No.
a good time.
Having a good time. Like here. Even
one that-
you
one
saw
that
Tara
jumped at me?
climb.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, the one that climbed on me, that's the one that is now behind Mina, right?
No, he is directly like 5 feet behind you on the ground.
Okay. Got it. How far away are the civilians that are still being blown away by my wind?
They're like 20, 30, 40 feet now because they just keep flying.
They should just leave.
They probably will be because I don't want to keep running them. It's almost 11.
Grumpy DM, old man.
They're civilians. I mean, come in.
No. Let's be honest here.
Akir is going to no, he's not going to do that. He's just going to dive down to attack the one below him with his Dragon Slayer rapier.
Right. If you are getting into melee, you have advantage because he is prone.
Cool. So attack number 1.
That means
18. +13 1d4 is 16 on the first hit.
nice. He does not like that.
And the second strike is 23 to hit. It was almost a crit, and it went behind the game log, and I was like, "Where did you go?"
I hate when that happens.
But still a hit, so it's okay. And that's going to be an extra 7 damage.
It's looking hurt. It's not happy.
So if I've already got my rapier out, I haven't used a bonus action, can I use my dagger for a second strike?
Since we talked about it ahead of time, I will allow this. Yes.
What? Excuse me? Dex, please don't cheer for the DM. Okay?
Right.
How about we stop doing that?
26 to hit
Yep.
and 6 damage.
Very nice.
And I'm also then going to move so that I am like between him and Mina facing the bridge. So that's where Gust of Wind is.
Nice. Okay. Not a problem.
Welcome to the party.
Me and Mina just
Treyas.
holding this island from no one.
I am.
Sorted.
So there's another room. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I would
So
like
there's
to.
a room on the base level with you, and then there's a ladder that leads up to the second level.
Okay, I want to get to the second level so I can see what's up there. And can I cast detect magic?
Using your action in a spell slot? Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of. Let me describe the room first.
Boy.
So coming up the ladder, you come into a slightly more sparse-looking room. There's another ladder that leads up into the ceiling. There's a balcony that goes out, not on the side where his throne is, but out to the back, overlooking the western swamp. This is where he also has this kind of giant fluffy bed thing. It looks like a pile of fresh leaves that have been woven together to create a. It's not really comfortable, but for maybe for a frog it would make sense. There are potions and things along the walls. Some of them are just empty bottles. Some of them are herbs. Some of them are mundane, but a few of them do have magical properties.
Okay. They're not necessary, but can I grab magical potions and just?
You can grab one. Pick a color.
What colors am I picking from?
Anything in the rainbow.
Red.
Red, great. Roll me a d4.
Here through the mental link says, hurry up and find it.
I'm looking for it.
I don't understand what the problem is.
You get what you assume is a healing potion.
Great. But there's no. I don't see a magical journal up here. Huh. I don't even. It is a magical journal. I'm doing my.
Are we sure it's a magical journal?
No, we're not sure it's a
We're
magical
not
journal.
just-
We're just looking.
Keep looking. It'll be fine. Don't
Are
worry.
there, are there any
Don't-
books up here?
Don't stress.
There's a lot of random books.
He said we couldn't look. We couldn't read it. So hopefully it says Winston's journal on the cover.
As
Big
told
letters.
by Winston.
Find one that looks journally.
I'm looking.
Oh my word.
I'm looking through the journals. That's what I'm doing.
All right. You're looking through the books. Great. Mina, you're up.
What I got?
You want a screenshot of what exactly Mina's seeing right now?
What do I see?
Here we go.
These dual images that I'm throwing on the stream.
I like it. I'm a big fan.
Great.
It's somewhat convenient most of the time because usually the images come through with the same name, and so I just hit overwrite and it just appears.
Mina's not.
It's a dart frog.
Mina's kind of surrounded.
Uh-huh.
I really, if this were Mina can do whatever she wants, I would just want to windmill sweep them. That would be amazing.
There's a feat for that, and there's a class that can do that.
That would be really fun.
Akir can do that at level 14 or level 11 or something.
Really fun for me.
Yeah.
What's the poison dart frog? Is he more intense?
He's the one with the shield. You already knocked out one of them.
Oh, he's dead. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this one is still there. You've just killed one like him already. Well, knocked him out.
This is a new one. He just rolled up on you.
Different one.
Yeah.
All right. Let's shield bash his shield.
Thunk, thunk.
Yeah. a natural 20.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Of course it is.
so you're gonna take about 8 points there.
Nice. Give me an athletics check at advantage. You got a 19.
I also got a natural 20.
Oh, you knock this boy prone. He just crumples at your feet as you. And you, I'm gonna forget it. You shatter his shield as
Sit
well.
down. Sit down. You're talking to your highness.
So
Anyway.
any sword attacks you have on this guy because he's now prone are at advantage.
Yeah, why not? I'll just do one of them. Another natural 20.
Do the thing. Do the
And
thing.
she's back, baby!
Mina just went like full rampage on them.
18 points of. He's still alive. He's still alive.
I mean, she did crit, to be fair.
So you can swing again and try and knock this dude out or cut off his head, whatever you want to do.
I'm trying to be nice today. I'll swing one more time.
Keep that good alignment. Don't forget you have advantage. He's still.
Oh, I didn't even
ground.
roll advantage, but I rolled a 21, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See
but
if you
roll for
crit.
crit. We gotta know. We gotta know.
Can you triple crit?
You want to one more time? Is that what we do it? Okay. Yeah. But it's still a 19, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would have been amazing.
Damage.
Would have been really funny. He took a 9.
Yeah, he only had 7.
Night.
So you smash him to the ground, stab him through the stomach with your sword, and then just turn and hit him with the pommel against his head, and he just crumples and starts snoring at your feet.
Yeah. Anybody else? Are they not intimidated by me? Come on.
Do you want to roll an intimidation check with advantage?
Yes, please.
I will just let you do that as a free fun action.
For 3 natural 20s? Yeah, I think so.
Come on.
Oh no, it's only an 8.
They all made fun of that guy at the bar. Like, they're not surprised.
I'm a little bit happy I did it.
Yeah.
Cool. It's like blocking my behind me, so.
Yep. All right, the Bullywug Knight that is underneath Akir is going to stand up. Why is it not loading? There we go. And he is going to swing twice at Akir. A 10 to hit is going to miss. And a critical fail is going to miss. He's then just going to start doing more really awkward movements. This time he starts shaking his hips using the glaive in a very seductive type of dance. And I'm going to need Akir to make me a wisdom saving throw. As he then belches at you. Akir, you don't know what it is about this.
Disgusting.
But for some crazy reason, you're in love with this guy. There is just something magical.
We all get to experience this.
Right, it's in our head.
It's in our head, and then you hear Tara go.
Akir in his head is just, and he can't control it because of how poorly he did on the wisdom saving throw. So everyone hears it. He's just like, "Oh, fuck. That's the sexiest frog I've ever seen."
I'm sorry. Come again.
I'm standing right here. It ain't that great.
Yeah, I think we need to trade places.
So for now, until the end of your next turn, you are charmed by this frog. You cannot attack the charmer with any harmful abilities or magical effects.
How far away am I from this? For my knowledge.
Not too far, but like 40 feet. You know, if your back wasn't turned, you would have gotten to also see the sexy dance, but it's okay. One of these same frogs is clunking, 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 hopping his way towards you.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, this is about to get awkward.
It is about to really awkward up in here. All right, we've got all these little bullywugs that are next to Mina. Here, come. A whole bunch of attacks.
Go nil.
Nope.
There's a 21 hit.
Yeah. Okay, that one got a lucky shot in.
All right.
21 hits you?
Yeah.
Take 2 points of damage.
That hurt a little.
That's 2 of them, right? Bite. Spear. Bite. Spear. That's 2. Okay. Number 3. Number 3. Number 4. Number 4. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3. One more. One more. Number 5. And number 5. Nope. One of them. Oh, that was it.
I got a splinter.
You got a splinter.
Great.
Like, oh, I'm gonna have to take that out later.
I mean, Akir's in love with the frog right now. So
Akir's in love with a frog. So the royal bullywug is just gonna kind of sit there and laugh as it rummages around and pulls up another stick and takes a dagger and starts tying the dagger to the edge of his stick.
Okay.
That's all done. Running through initiative. Tara, you're up.
Okay. Figure out how close am I now? So
No, don't do any of those things. 5, 10, 15 feet.
15 feet. Okay. Do I have to stealth again to try to?
You are currently stealth, so as long as you're not going to do anything to break that stealth, you're fine.
I am gonna try to go into the wagon, like behind him, because is he still on his throne or is he off it now?
Oh, he is like enveloping a majority of the wagon.
Okay.
You can.
I'm gonna try to go like kind of under behind him, like sneak, even if I have to belly crawl, and try to like look around and see if I can spot anything.
Nice. Give me an investigation check. Do you have a inspiration you'd like to use or anything like that?
I do have an inspiration I'd like to use, so I'd love advantage on this here.
I regret not using my inspiration on the wisdom saving throw.
I don't.
everyone regrets.
Oh, 25.
So from where you are, you see how some of this has rotted out. He actually has it kind of on its side, and you can see through past him, and right beneath where the driver would sit, there is a so like if you're in the back, your feet go under, and then you've got that front area. So you're peering up through the bottom, and you see that underneath the area where front like banister is, there's the emblazoned symbol of Winston on a board underneath there.
There we go.
Can I
So
reach towards it?
you make me a sleight of hand check.
That's what you're made for.
I'm so scared. Okay. 16?
You can reach it. You get in. You get all the way up to your shoulder without the Bullywug King noticing. And as you kind of touch the plank, you realize it's loose and wobbly. As in, you could kind of push it out of the way, and it should move.
Can I try to do that very slowly?
You can on your next turn.
Next turn, yeah. Dang it.
They're not here. They're out of initiative because Mina killed them all. Like here, you're up.
Am I in melee with the charming frog?
Yes, you are.
We're about to see a whole different type of sword fighting here, folks. And
That's what happens when we go past 11.
this
Wanna
is
get
so
Act the
content.
Dak. Rules of Redemption. Act the Dak.
This is
Bonus
where
level
we,
wanted.
Due to the 6 of you viewers who are still here and witnessing this weirdness. Let's go, Akira.
you can do anything you want except attack this guy. Or cause harm to him. You can heal him.
I don't think I'm quite that charmed.
You can heal yourself.
That might be an
That is-
idea.
that is more so what I was leaning towards.
Grapple for a hug, says Dex.
Like,
I would allow this.
Technically, an idea.
I could try and restrain him so that my friends don't try and hurt him either.
wow.
Because you're in love with him and we
It
might
was
hurt.
so
You're just watching me, the murder queen back here. So I'm the threat.
Apparently, Akira's kinky. He's gonna go restrain this guy. Like, this is. We're all seeing a whole new side of Akira going.
He's
Yeah.
probably safer.
Is there
if-
any like recurring saves that I can make against this charm?
He's probably safer if you knock him out for a nap.
You
I'm
can.
not allowed to do that.
You can pick up your bow, disengage, and fly away if you'd like.
Apple hug. Or heal yourself. That's my goal.
I like the grapple hug.
I think the people want the grapple hug, and by the people,
People want a grapple hug.
Akir is not going to bother grabbing his bow. Akir is just going to charge the king.
Okay.
I don't know if that is the best idea, but you and Tara have been spending way too much time together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was backed into a corner here.
It's gonna get an opportunity attack.
Leroy Jenkinsing all over the place.
Actually, can I cast Shield of Faith on myself first, which breaks Gust of Wind too?
Yes, you can.
Alright, I'm casting Shield of Faith.
All right. Here
Dex,
comes the
playing
opportunity attack. 20 to hit.
Yeah.
How you do this?
You take 5 damage. And as he goes, no. It doesn't actually come out as a word, but you feel like he was trying to grab you and pull you as you fly
He
away.
fell for me too then.
He's in love
Who
too.
wouldn't?
I'm a magnificent bird.
All right. You are flying to melee with the king. You just kind of go as you come towards him.
I also love what this means for me.
How close do I get?
You can get right up on him.
You in love with him too, Akir?
I can't use any cantrips, right? Because I used a spell.
Correct. You can use a cantrip.
I can use a cantrip.
Yes,
Okay.
you cannot use a second spell slot.
I'm just gonna swing twice with my Dragon Slayer rapier.
Right.
Anyone to hit?
That hits.
10 damage. Second swing. 25 to hit.
Yep.
And 7 damage.
Yeah, it did not like any of that. You pierce him through the shoulder, you pierce him through the side, and he just kind of looks flabbergasted that you would dare to do this. And you see his grip tighten around this spear that he has. Is that the end for you?
Yep, that's the end for me.
All right, Atreus.
Great. I'm investigating. I'm looking
Yes.
through all of the books. So is that just an investigation check here?
Investigation check.
Tara
Great.
hasn't told anyone, thought she probably found it to save you time from doing all of this.
Sorry, I had that roll.
I'm going to use my inspiration. Redo that. Because that was straight. Are you?
Wow.
Wow.
So you start flipping through, and there's about 4 of these books that are in languages you don't know. 2 or 3 of them are books that look like spell books of some sort, and there's another couple that are written in common and are just innate knowledge or story tales.
No dreams. Great. Were there any books on the first floor again?
Not that you saw.
I saw. Okay. I am going to admit that it is not here.
Tara, how you doing?
You doing all right there, Tara?
How we doing here, folks?
I'm trying to concentrate, but I almost have the journal, I think.
Right?
Okay.
No pressure or anything.
I don't
Then-
know her, but there's a symbol, a board with his underneath the king's feet. I've got to concentrate.
Oh, don't worry. Akir's about to distract the king for you, so that's great.
Akira, who's in love with the frog. Okay, I'm coming up there. I'm going to now go up and up by the froggy king now.
All right, so you climb the ladder and lift the trapdoor into the roof, and this is exactly what you see. From your angle, Tara doesn't have any hidden capabilities, but you can see how she is completely out of sight for basically everyone else. She is laying prone with her arms stuck way up to her shoulder into the backside of this cart. And Akir is just face to face dueling the king. And you look over and you see Mina is surrounded.
And no, I would take full
When you
jump.
when you describe it like that, it sounds like we're in trouble.
No.
Mina is not anywhere near that I could. Even if I jumped off the roof, I would take fall damage, right?
You would take fall damage, and she's still like
Far away. Everyone left me.
Yeah.
60 feet away. So you could put a spell near her if you wanted.
Oh wait, is she far enough that I could cast a spell near her?
Yeah.
Are we close enough? Great. We're spiritual weaponing up into this bitch here.
All right. We're gonna drop a sword over here.
Cast that.
Word.
Swing away.
Is an 11 gonna hit any frogs?
No.
Damn it. We're doing so good here.
Do you want to do a cantrip also?
Yeah. Are there damaged frogs over there?
There are not.
There are not. Well, I'm gonna toll the dead anyway. And just hope that that 2d8 helps me.
It got a 13. That's not good.
13's not gonna hit it. So here. One of the frogs takes 11 points of damage.
The one that has been here since the beginning, that has been just wrecking face, not actually landing any hits, but really holding his own, just falls down dead.
Right.
I didn't even do that.
Mina has her back turned and just hears this crumple, and she looks over her shoulder, and there's a spiritual weapon. And looking at the chaos that's going up on top of the hut, she sees Atreus.
Still counting it as mine.
Okay.
Mina, you're up. Atreus, are you staying on the roof, or are you hopping down, or doing what?
I'm staying on the roof for now because whatever this shenaniganing is happening is shenaniganing. So.
All right, Mina. You
Cool.
have 4 in melee with you.
Oh, okay. These are just regular Joes.
They're just regular old guys.
Regular old Joes. All right, let's pick one of them to do a little shield bashy bash. That's an 18. He gets 7 damage.
Still up.
Still up. Alrighty. Alright. Then we're gonna do the sword.
Athletics check.
Sorry.
I'm gonna try and knock him down. Ooh, 17. Nope, he goes down. You have advantage on your sword attack.
Great. What am I rolling next? Sorry.
Sword attack.
Sword attack, right. Yeah.
You hit with the sword? Oh yeah, yep. Are you killing or knocking him out?
We're gonna keep knocking people out.
Boom, he's gone. You're down to 3.
Little average Joes. The second sword attack on somebody else?
Yep.
Oh, that wasn't great. Well, it's 11.
Not gonna hit.
Here I am.
All right. We're going to go to Big Sexy next. And he is going to come and defend his king. So, hopping, leaping, and then jumping up onto the roof next to the throne. He is going to stand side by side and swing his glaive at Akir. That's a crit.
This is very awkward.
Take 4 plus 9. So 13 points of damage.
How are you feeling, Akir?
Not good.
And he's going to swing again. 14's gonna miss, right?
If you guys would like to save a cure, you should subscribe to our Ko-Fi.
Yeah.
For just $3 a month, you can be in our Discord that we hope to keep a cure in.
And that clanking gets ever closer as another one of these things just bounds up and leaps over Mina's head, landing behind her. She is also now in melee with one of these big bad, tanky-looking frogs. The remaining two
Looking
frogs,
sexy frogs.
tanky-looking sexy frogs.
My type.
Thanks.
Maybe, maybe not, but definitely a cures type apparently.
We have a series of flailing attacks by all the little guys around Mina. It seems like, oh, there's a 22. Look at that. Mina takes 7 points of damage.
Not Mina. No.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
Yep. And that's all they can do. It does seem like no one else is joining in the fray right now. Everyone is either content to watch or has gone off and hidden.
Good. Good.
The Bullywug King cannot recharge. Thing. He is going to take his two-handed spear and try and kill Akir.
We really should get out of there, really.
23.
Really should leave there right now.
Akir, you take 4 points of damage, and I need you to make me a strength saving throw. The DC was 13. He almost knocked you 30 feet out of the air again.
That would hurt. That would definitely hurt.
Tara,
I
Go, big money, big money.
gonna try to move the board.
Yay!
Do it.
I have to do sleight of hand.
I think sleight of hand is a good idea.
Okay.
You're really good at it.
23.
Hell yes.
The board slides over and a book drops out.
Yes. I catch it before it thumps.
Make me a dexterity saving throw. You do it. It comes down and you
Go home.
go. You're in.
I got it. I don't think I can. Wait, do I have a bonus action or no?
You still have a bonus action and your movement.
Let's go home.
Do I get sneaky or do I get out of there?
Yeah. Hey, if you have
Did Tara just tell us that she has the book?
I have the book.
Can we
And Akira
leave
says,
now?
"Run!"
I would like to leave if we're taking a vote.
Leave your love. Oh man.
Yeah, we have the book. Can we just escape? Disengage? Escape?
Tara, you can teleport, you can stealth, you can run. What do you want to do here?
How much does old Jabba the Hutt weigh?
Oh my
Like,
word.
All right, what was that? I missed it.
How much does he weigh?
About 800 pounds.
Okay, yeah, never
Don't worry about them.
mind. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna just eat out of there.
Using stealth or teleporting?
I am gonna try to Misty Step to get as far away as possible. Um, 'Cause- 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 'cause-
to the far side of the hut, nearest Mina.
Hey, everybody come join me.
Okay, sure.
So just poof.
Ooh.
Hey, babe.
Atreus watches Terra just vanish.
Right.
I told you I got it.
I know. I'm proud of you. It's my turn, yeah?
I don't need your approval.
That's not. It's Akira's turn.
Oh, it's Kira's turn, right.
Akir has a question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in melee, so disengaging would cause 2 opportunity attacks.
Disengaging means no opportunity attacks.
Okay, so I could disengage as an action to avoid that.
Right.
If I was obscured,
They could not take opportunity attacks.
Do we have like a fog we could?
I do. I'm trying to decide if that is worth it or if the disengage action is more worthwhile.
If you cast the fog, they can't see you and they can't see your party.
Yeah, we could leave if you cover us with
Yeah,
fog.
I'm
Awesome.
going to cast Fog Cloud.
Okay.
I'm going to cast it as a 2nd level spell to make it big.
Nice. The fog cloud just kind of starts in the center and rolls out. Terra vanishes. Akir vanishes. The Frog King and his little sexy companion vanish. Mina watches as the newly sexy frog that's near her also falls under the spell, as well as one of the little ones, as she is right on the edge of the fog.
Can I run away?
Akir, you're flying up, flying out. Where are you going?
I'm going to fly up as fast as I can.
All right. Akir gets 50 feet up in the air, and just about no one sees him. Atreus, what are you doing?
Ha! Good. He's only 50 feet away from me then. Then as he's going, I'm casting Healing Word at him because the bird is dying. So,
Yeah.
so I'm using the technical Elvish term. I'm saying Vale, and you're gonna get 10 points back, buddy boy.
Ouch.
That is very helpful.
It did something. So,
You still have an action and your movement.
And a movement. Is Mina's not hidden by the fog?
No, you can't see her because the fog is between you and her.
Okay. Well, for movement's sake, I'm going to spider climb down off of the hut here.
Yep.
That I am at least on the ground level towards escaping.
Easy.
And then we can't see each other. Where are we getting to?
Back to where we came from.
Retreat the way we came.
South. Go south.
All right. Then we all just. I feel really bad about leaving if I can't see Mina. So.
Run towards where you last saw me?
But that also means you don't know if Mina's obscured or not. You don't know how big the cloud is.
You could ask me in your head.
Hey Mina, are you obscured by this fog?
Oh.
Oh, great! Spiritual weapon is still up, and I'm gonna whack it at the guy. It's gonna whack at the guy that's the big
Disadvantage.
Big
When you
dude.
see him, please don't hit me.
I'm trying so hard not to hit you.
No, you used your bonus action for healing word.
No, that was my spell.
Healing word's a bonus action spell.
Is it? Oh, so I can't do
You
that?
can cast it as an action, can't you?
You can't.
No.
Oh. So I
You
can't
can-
cast anything else?
You cannot cast any other action spells or any other spell slots, but you could dash. You could cast a cantrip, but most of your cantrips require you to see the person.
My spiritual weapon was still up, though. So.
Yes.
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry, I misunderstood. Both my. Do I have to see the guy? Yes, it is. Target you can see. Okay. Dang it.
Hurry up! It's 11:36.
I'm sorry. We're just running. We're just running now.
Thinking
Running.
too hard. Go.
All right, Mina, what are you doing?
I'm gonna dip. I'm gonna get out of there.
You want an
Can I-
action surge to do all the things?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Mina action surges to disengage, and then runs and dashes, and just makes it so far away from people.
Is this action surge and second wind, or is this just action surge?
And you can second wind if you want. It doesn't harm anything.
Just want to keep running.
Yeah. All right. The Bullywug Knights are lost in the clouds, and they don't know what's going on. All of the regular Bullywugs are also stuck in the clouds. Tara, GTFO.
Deal.
Get.
All right. Then we are going to drop initiative because every combatant is lost or not feeling like it's worth it to chase you.
Great.
What if Akira was feeling vengeful and angry that he dropped
No.
his bow?
No.
Then you and I will run a solo text-based quest in the channels for the
It's a
people who are
great
paying
time
for
to
this.
tell people to join the Ko-Fi at ko-fi.com/rolls of redemption. For $3, you get into our Discord because that's where we're gonna go after this, which is tomorrow because we're going to bed. But the conversation will keep rolling, so you want to be there.
Did we get out of the Bullywug Palisades area?
You
or
do.
We are
Yes.
out.
Going
Thank
back the way you came in, you are back to where you murder hoboed a random guard and left his corpse and his unconscious friend.
Great. So good.
Meet back at the dead guy.
There you go. Meet back at the bodies so you can bury them properly.
I'm not sure if I'll stick around for that, but
This was not how I expected the heist to go, but it went and it worked.
I'm very curious what you thought would happen.
The DC for the stealthing was 10.
yeah, well, you know,
So we got caught a lot more than you expected.
it's
Uh-huh.
my fault. It's really my fault, but don't worry, because I
Fine.
held my own.
You rocked that combat. So, all right, everyone, we need to go to bed.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting up in like 5 hours, so yeah.
Thank you all for joining and enjoy some songs from Arcane Anthem.
Bye.